Crack open a cold one.
And we're live.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Anybody who's already following along at home, let us know how the audio sounds. By all means.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Steve.
Steve says, why hello, so clearly Steve heard us.
Steve.
There we go.
Or just saw my enthusiastic waves.
Great to virtually
Also
see
means
you,
hello.
Steve.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, happy Halloween, everybody. This is weird because I am so far away from looking in either camera, but I can see myself.
We sound great.
Good.
Thank you,
Sweet.
Steve.
Great to hear.
Good.
All right, so I'm going to try not to look at this picture of me looking down at the computer screen.
Just look at the little birdie above the
Am I
camera.
looking at the camera now, Christine? Does it look like I'm looking at
Yeah,
the camera?
you are looking
All
at the camera right now.
right. All right. Well, now that we've got the important business out of the way, how is everybody doing tonight?
Great.
Good.
Good, yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Spooky.
Christine's doing spooky.
That's right.
That's a mood.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It's
so
my mood.
Tonight we are going to play Arkham Horror, the living card game put out by Fantasy Flight. But before that, we're going to talk for just a little bit about as we put the Halloween season to bed and begin the march towards Christmas.
Damn. Already.
Yeah.
The day of.
Rip Halloween.
It's not even. Yeah.
Trick or treating's over. So is
Wow.
Halloween. No. Halloween lives on in your hearts year round. We know. But let's take a moment to talk about what's everybody been interested in as far as, I don't know, Superscript stuff this October. Like any good books or games anybody's been playing? Want to go around the horn real quick and talk about stuff we've been into?
Sure.
Then Blair and I will start our own Dune cast, which will
Oh, there you go.
take up the remainder of the
I'm
screen.
not going to bring it up. I won't even say the word.
Who wants to start?
Sean.
Me?
Sean,
All right,
just
well-
go around.
I've been playing a bunch of Flesh and Blood. Just got back from the Calling Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Had a great time there. Got my teeth absolutely kicked in the main event.
Always a good time.
Oh, yeah. Always a great time going to a big event and feeling like you're totally out of it by round 4. But the side events were awesome. The prize support was awesome. Channel Fireball honestly did a great job running the event. Everybody took the masking policy extremely seriously. Like, I did not see one person, like, take a mask off for more than 5 seconds to drink something while in the building. The bathrooms were very clean, which was unique for a gaming convention.
Yeah.
I
I
should
will
say
say.
so.
That's an achievement.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really, I hate to say it, but that's pretty much been it for tabletop games for me recently. But a lot of Flesh and Blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big event. I mean,
Understandable. Well, that event, that was one of, 4 of those events in the country?
In the
And
United States this
it's
year.
cool to see, like, in-person card game events being a thing again.
Definitely, it was like 670 people, something like that.
Oh,
Like, it was
okay.
a really good turnout. We had the second highest so far. We were I think a couple hundred people bigger than the Dallas Fort Worth one, and Orlando's coming up not next week but the week after, and that one will probably be the largest one by far because that one also has U.S. nationals
Gotcha.
in it. So
Well, that's cool.
So yeah, that game continues to be growing and awesome, and check it out.
Yeah.
We host organized play for it Wednesday nights at 6:30 p.m.
Steve Almeida says the Earth is healing, and yes,
That's true.
gaming
Card
conventions.
games are
Yeah,
returning.
yeah.
Just
the
conventions.
sign.
Bring back Magic GPs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Wizards who's watching our stream, we know
They
you're there.
always
Yeah, yeah.
watch.
Clip this and
Um,
send it to them.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. Actually, we have Daniel from Flesh and Blood Night in the chat. Just said hello.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey.
Daniel Carlson.
Hello.
Uh,
Hey.
And yeah, so I don't know
Nice.
if anybody else is interested in Flesh and Blood. Every Wednesday here at Superscript, we have armory events going on. I believe this next
Yeah.
one coming up is a Blitz tournament.
Yes.
Right. Blitz
It's
is
good
the
intro format.
Yeah, the definitely like, the easiest format to jump into aside from. Well, I'd say it's maybe easier than limited. Like.
Yeah, you probably should play the game a
Yeah.
little bit before
Yeah.
you play it in limited, and Blitz is definitely by far the most accessible because there are just $12 pre-cons that you could purchase from us, as opposed to Classic Constructed, which will require you to have like I would say, bigger card base generally.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit more forgiving than Blitz, is my understanding, because you have double the health,
Sure.
so kind of a longer game, but you know.
Yeah, but if you're interested in learning how to play, I mean, definitely. Again, the armory events tend to be tournaments, but usually everybody, in my experience, has a couple of decks with them, and we have a really supportive community. So if you're trying to get into the game, you can stop by the shop really any day, but if you want to hang out with some people who play the game avidly, Wednesday, it's a really welcoming group.
Or join our store Discord,
Yeah.
because the Flesh and Blood
Yeah.
Discord channel is very active,
Yeah,
and people are always getting games together, pick up games, or
for sure. Yeah, by
learn-
no
learning
means is
games.
Wednesday the only night you can play Flesh and Blood here at Superscript Comics and Games.
Yeah.
That said, let's move on to Nick. You want to go next?
Yeah, let's see.
How's your Halloween been? How your
Oh.
month of October, rather?
The month
Good.
of Halloween.
Yeah.
month of
I mean,
Halloween.
I didn't have a costume of any type this year.
No.
But next year, I will have a costume. That's my Halloween resolution. To have a costume.
Sad
But,
not to see the Hulk hands.
I thought about it. This is I knew Arkham Horror is a card-based game, so I thought trying to pick up the cards with the Hulk
You don't
hands
wanna
would be
shuffle.
Yeah,
it would
that's
be
true.
tricky. When we play on hard mode, I'll do that, but
Yeah.
we'll see. But yeah, it's been good. Been trying to get some more board games happening.
Yeah. Been doing some
played
demos
some-
in the store, right?
I did a demo of Great Western Trail,
Mhm.
second edition,
Amazing game.
which is great.
Great game.
Great game. Second edition has some nice new art, some little tweaks. The art is tweaked. Some thematic elements have changed a little bit. Just some little cleaner presentation altogether. It also has a solo mode, which is really cool. And this is also this new edition is the first of a planned trilogy of
Mhm.
them. So there's going to be two more. I think one is New Zealand,
Yeah.
and the other is Argentina.
Argentina, yeah.
Right?
Mhm. Yep.
So, and one of them, they showed off the box covers for these other two, and one is sheep. So you're going to be herding sheep, I guess, and the other is some other type of Argentinian cow or something. I don't know. But,
Well, alpaca?
Some kind of Argentinian.
I don't know. No, it was more cow looking.
Oh,
It
okay,
wasn't
okay.
furry. Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's been great. If anyone wants to play some more Great Western Trail, I'd like to play some more. So that's been good. I played some Parks yesterday with my family. That game is excellent. Definitely I don't know. If you're coming in here looking for holiday gifts in the coming month or so, that's one I will recommend. I think we'll all recommend to many people. It's such an approachable game. It's got beautiful art, good price point.
Yeah. I would say
Just
both
excellent
Parks
brain
and Great
game.
Western
Yeah.
Trail are both high on our
Yeah.
staff picks list for board games for the holiday season.
Yeah.
Parks is definitely. I was talking to somebody about this today. Parks is nice because it's one of those few games that I think actually scales really well between
Yes.
the 2 to 4 player. You can play that game with really any range of players that
Totally.
it supports.
It's extremely accessible too.
Yeah.
On the first play, I feel like you can
Yeah.
really understand how to I don't know, interact with it entirely on
Yeah.
every level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that said too, that's it also is not excruciating to play if you already know how to play it. I feel like sometimes that's the failing of oh, it's really easy to teach this game to your folks or whatever, or your young kids in the family or whatnot, and you're and also you will find it insufferable because it's so simple. Parks is definitely not that. It's definitely it's easy to teach, it's accessible, and it's also fun. I mean,
Fun for all.
Sean and Nick, you guys have been playing that game since last year.
Yeah,
On a,
Yeah.
the Nightfall
Yeah.
expansion also very good if it does grow stale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Add
still
a little
haven't.
more
I
content.
still have not played the Nightfall expansion. That's
That's
which
tense.
yeah,
When you get your 10 on.
totally changing the meta of Parks.
Oh, yeah.
Stay the night.
I've been trying
Blair?
camping with a 10. Sorry, player.
Change your life.
Blair, any you know, I don't know, reading good books, playing good games.
Yeah, definitely been playing some good games. I played some Escape from the Dark Sector. Right, that's the right.
Ooh.
I always feel like I'm missing like one word in that title.
Yeah, it
That's
is
right?
longer.
Okay.
Than,
Yeah, I played that with a couple friends recently. Great,
Nice.
kind of a little bit spooky, appropriate for the month of Halloween.
Yeah.
Kind of game.
Tis the season.
Tis the season, absolutely. Yeah, played some of that. Read some Red Room, that comic
Oh,
over there.
yeah.
Stomach turning.
I was gonna say
intense.
I've fallen off Red Room because it's a little much for me.
Yeah, but
It's a lot.
if it hits the spot, it'll really hit the spot.
Yeah.
I figured now is as good of a time to any is to try it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah. A little bit of that. Oh, very little. It's again small doses. Yeah, I mean that's really it in terms of like Root, which is less spooky but more autumnal vibes.
Yeah.
True.
Played some in the store a couple weeks back. It's the first time I played Root in person in a long time, and it felt so good. That game continues to be just like the best. So,
Does anybody remember when that expansion's coming out? The next one?
It's gotta be next
spring,
summer?
Next spring? Okay.
It's
Yeah,
coming.
I think spring.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that
We'll
one
have
too.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Very
will.
excited
We'll
for
have
that. Christine?
Yeah, so I have been learning to play this little known card game called Magic the Gathering. Just kidding. It's really well known.
Is that
Noted
what is this?
indie game. It's from the guy who made King of Tokyo.
Is
That's
that like
right.
is that like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Magic.
Yeah.
It's like
Some-
magic
kinda like
tricks or
that.
what illusions?
No,
Sleight of hand.
all of that. It's like all of that.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, so Elliot has been teaching me to play. I mean, I learned through Arena, and then Elliot has been playing in person and kindly letting me share my hand and talk strategy, and I've been enjoying learning it. It's kind of daunting because there are many cards, but it is not completely unapproachable. It definitely pulls from mechanics that I know from other games. Which I'm sure those games pulled from Magic the Gathering, but still. But still, for me, I'm doing it in the reverse order, and so, the game Evolution, when I was playing Magic, I was like, oh, this reminds me of some stuff in Evolution.
Yeah.
And then I could kind of keep that in context.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been learning that, and then I'm going to be Superscript basic. I
Whoa.
have been reading Nice House on the Lake. I mean, I feel like that's in the Superscript starter kit.
Superscript Basic is like our Amazon
That's too
Essentials
basic,
brand
yeah.
of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, most of our customers have a sub for Nice House on the Lake.
Beige D20. Superscript.
It's excellent. So, and I feel like it's our most popular book.
It is
Definitely
definitely in
But
the running.
it's worth it.
It's so good.
It's worth being called basic.
That's
yeah.
right.
When that comes out in
I don't-
trade, you folks should read it. If you're
Yeah.
not reading it already, which probably a few of you aren't. That is one of the best scary books I've read in a long time, and it it's so like wildly original. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
How about yourself, Elliot?
Yeah. So yeah, playing Magic with Christine has been fun. That's been actually really really rewarding because like there are the like watching someone like figure out a combo for like the first time like on their own. We've been playing with like jumpstart decks and watching Christine be like, oh wait, I can wipe the board and draw 6 cards, and just like watching someone do the things in Magic that feel really good about playing Magic is fun. But then we were playing these jumpstart decks, and then like I broke out. I have like 2 modern decks, and Christine played one. It was like my favorite thing because after playing one game in which Christine kicked the crap out of me, Christine was like, this deck feels like cheating.
It did.
That's exactly how modern feels. It feels like you shouldn't be allowed to do it. But yeah, other than that, I've been reading a lot of RPG books lately. Our free RPG day stream has had me really like jonesing to run a game again, and I think with everything we've got going on for the holidays, I don't see myself being able to really get a campaign started. But I'm looking into, I don't know, I'm thinking about running a semi-regular like monthly or twice a month game at the shop at some point in the new year. So if anybody has a system they would like to run that's called Star Trek Adventures, or would like to play in a Star Trek Adventures campaign or a Numenera campaign, I don't know. I'm undecided. Now that we have the Mouse Guard stuff back in stock, by the way, you should buy the Mouse Guard RPG box. It's like outstanding. I don't know, something along those lines. And then today, Blair and I were talking about maybe getting the game of the little-known classic based on the science fiction novel Dune board game.
Oh, I like that game.
Christine likes that game. Christine plays as
You
the
mean the
Fremen.
board game based on the movie?
No.
Oh.
No, I do not.
It doesn't
Although
have-
there is an updated version of said board game with
True.
art inspired by the film coming out.
And that almost the same typography. It's very
Yes.
cool typography. It's not as cool as the movie, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it on the shelf. Sorry for the people on the stream.
Wait, so are we talking Dune Imperium? Or
No,
Dune?
we're talking
Just
Dune.
Dune.
We're talking
The
old
classic.
school,
Board game.
hard
Yeah.
to read map Dune.
Yeah, I'm looking at the tiny expansion.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Consider
like that game. I want to play it again.
So yeah, I mean, well,
Right.
okay, now Christine's in, so that's, I think it was, we,
We had Thorn for sure.
Yeah,
And
so
But
I
I have
think-
to play the
Thorn.
Fremen because I played them once already, and now I felt
I think you
like I
retain
got
that.
the
You understand?
hang of it. I wanted to play it again to really solidify.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's definitely a game that takes a few times to really get in there, and all the factions are very different.
There are like
Very rewarding.
whole Discord channels dedicated to factions in that game.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's outstanding. It's actually not a hard game to like mechanically play, but it is
No.
asynchronous, similarly to Root, and everybody plays so differently, and it really requires like a lot of backstabbing and like stuff like that, like a lot of alliance making. And it is also, I love it because Nick Boyer says he'll try anything. And Steve Elmy just says he'll Dune. All right, now we just got to get a
Hey.
day figured out. We got a
Yeah.
group
Now
for
that's-
Dune.
There we go.
Dune.
All right, we just need someone to
We're
do the.
doing it. No, not
Oh,
quite.
okay.
Never mind,
Try.
Dune's canceled.
Dune.
But anyways, all
Doing it.
right. Sounds like we got a group. It's pretty good. I will say it is a game that rewards you for knowing stuff about Dune. Not that you have to. Not that it's like it is not Trivial Pursuit.
True,
Dune.
I had never read it or seen any of the films before I played it.
And-
My first introduction to the Dune cinematic universe was the board game. That's the only context
The
I
Dune
had.
cinematic universe. What else? What other movies are in the Dune cinematic universe?
The David Lynch Dune.
Yeah.
The sci-fi
The sci-fi miniseries and subsequent made-for-TV movie.
Yeah.
The first part of Star Wars: A New Hope.
Stargate.
Stargate.
Just the
all,
first movie.
All of Warhammer 40,000's like cinematic stuff.
Yeah.
Part of the Dune universe.
It's just in the warp, but nobody else.
But
can
yeah,
get
that
there.
was the only context I had for seeing the film.
Uh,
Was the board game.
It's a book, too. Turns out.
It is. We have it.
We do
It's a
own
few
it.
movies, actually.
Boyer
Yeah.
says Airbud is also part of it.
Airbud
Right.
is.
And all the air
forget-
buddies
yeah.
too.
I forget that Paul.
They're in
Yeah.
space. I
owns
mean, it
Airbud.
makes sense.
That's true.
They become a bunch of golden retrievers who fight for the Fremen.
And then they go to space. Get back to
Yeah,
Arrakis. Yeah.
Oh wow.
There we go.
They have to kill one of the other buddies just to get
No.
become part of the
Yeah.
congregation.
To-
Yeah.
For the moisture in his body.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't be allowed to play the Dune board game
Yeah.
after this conversation.
Yeah.
We should be banned from it.
That's why dogs, they like wag their tongue, so they salivate, and then
Oh yeah,
Can you
dogs.
imagine a
just-
Since
dog?
Herbie
A
is
dog
rolling
still
over in his
seems
grave
really
after
great.
this conversation.
Yeah. No, there's other reasons for that to have already
Yeah.
happened, but
It's like, communism.
but on that note, sorry, I'm suppressing a sneeze right now, which is great while hosting this here live stream.
Keep
Did
the
we
moisture.
all? Did we get the Briar Armory kit? I assume that starts next week. Says
that
Bori Jealous.
that will start the following week. So we'll probably get it next week, but we won't have it before our Wednesday event. So I think the way their release schedule is working, it's probably likely that we'll have the new Armory kit they send out. We'll probably be able to start giving out on the second week of the month, if that makes sense.
So one more week of Old Hymn.
Yeah, we've got one more week of Old Hymn, and then on to the Briar.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is gonna. Thumbs up says Bori Jealous cannot possibly be your real now. I'm kidding.
That's
Or,
Corey. Hi, Corey.
Hey Corey.
Hey, Corey.
I
Thought
get
you
it.
were Bori.
Oh. Well, speaking of card games, we are going to be playing the Arkham Horror LCG as Trick or Treating here wraps up, and
Yeah.
If at any point in time you have questions about this game, we'll be happy to answer them. I've actually never played the game, so I'm kind of learning. I believe, Blair, you're
I'm
new to the
also
game
new
as
to
well.
it,
So I'm going to turn things over to our Arkham Horror
Lead
experts.
Investigator.
Ooh.
Our,
Did you give yourself that title?
Yep, Nick is the
Well,
lead
we do have to
investigator
choose one lead investigator.
Oh, okay.
who will be guiding us through this game.
Yeah, I will. Welcome to the Arkham Horror.
Part of
Put away. Here, wait.
Everybody remembers that bit from like The Lurker at the Threshold where it says "Welcome to
Yeah,
the Arkham."
welcome to the Arkham Horror. Which horror will you have?
It's part of the Arkham cinematic universe.
Yes. We're
Along
gonna
with Batman.
trade your trick or treat bag for this chaos bag here that we have, or something like that. That has lots of. It's the chaos bag of cat hair as well.
I gotta point out something funny that just happened.
That's my cat's fur.
I got something funny in the chat. Dan Chenin under Doodle posted, "Not many folks watching, that is a shame," and then just posted on Facebook, "Sneaking over here since there is no one in the chat on Yahoo," and I think he meant YouTube. He meant YouTube. But I was gonna say there's definitely no one in the chat
If
on
we could
Yahoo.
stream on Yahoo,
oh,
I
man,
definitely
Because I don't
would.
believe we're streaming there. Yeah, for the folks at home,
I was playing pool there. on
we're
my
using
cell
a
phone.
service called Restream, so I see the chats from both Facebook and YouTube. So sometimes I'm confused by things. Actually, that's not the stream's fault. That's just me in general. But anyways, Nick.
But yeah,
welcome to the
Arkham
Arkham
Horror,
Horror.
the card game.
Happy
so,
to be here.
So this is thanks for joining me for this night of Arkham Horror, the card game. So this is a living card game by Fantasy Flight, as you mentioned. This game has been out for I think like 5 years at this point, and they've been pumping out some excellent content for it. So in this game, it's a cooperative game. So we are investigators, and we are trying to get to the bottom of some type of terrible horror that has befallen something or other in our town that we have to investigate. So we're going to work together to try to do that. The game has a number of different scenarios, and you can play in sort of a campaign style where the actions, to some extent, that you take in one game will carry over to the next game, and so on. And you will be able to, from between one game and the next, you'll be able to add new, more powerful cards to your personal investigator deck. So your investigator will get better at doing what they do as the campaign goes on.
And that's what makes it a living card game.
Exactly, yeah. So what we'll be playing tonight is the beginning of the Night of the Zealot campaign, which is kind of the introductory campaign from the starter box, because we got some new people, and that's what we'll be starting with. So we've got it set up already. We've got the scenario set up. Everyone has their investigator deck. They've got their investigator card. We've got our resources that we start with, and we'll all draw a hand of 5 cards to start off as well. But first, why don't I read the little intro to the campaign here to set the scene, I guess. So, Friday, September 18th, 1925, Arkham, Massachusetts. It is the end of a long and abnormally hot summer. The first hints of autumn beckon, but a heavy heat persists, relentless. A silent, unspoken anger grips the town. Tempers are short, and in the last week alone, there have been numerous reports of townspeople coming to heated, violent blows with one another over simple misunderstandings. And now, a call from James Hankerson. He claims to have found a dismembered body in his barn. Blaming the weather would be too easy. There is something wrong with this town, and not a whole lot this old soothsayer can do to stop the slide. My auguries indicate a small group... Okay, apparently I'm a psychic.
Soothsayer?
Yeah, that's just telling you this. My auguries indicate a small group of investigators, us, will soon take note of these strange happenings and set forth to make things right. I'll be watching their progress, but I won't be holding my breath. Okay, so that was like the disembodied voice that just was speaking to the... I don't know
Setting
what,
the scene.
Yeah. So, now, you and your partners have been investigating strange events taking place in your home city of Arkham, Massachusetts. Over the past few weeks, several townspeople have mysteriously gone missing. Recently, their corpses turned up in the woods, savage and half-eaten. The police and newspapers have stated that wild animals are responsible, but you believe there is something else going on. You are gathered together at the lead investigator's home to discuss these bizarre events. So that's where we are. So you start each scenario by selecting a lead investigator, choosing one player to be the lead investigator. They will, anytime there is a game action that could, through the game rules, legally target two things, the lead investigator would sort of make that tie-breaking choice. And also the lead investigator is there to just sort of make tie-breaking decisions among the group. So just someone with that final veto power. So who do we want the lead investigator to be?
I think you, right?
Okay, so I am the lead investigator. Thank you.
It was a close
So
election.
we're at my house, where terrible things are taking place. So we've got the board set up. As you see here, I'll just kind of, I guess, give a layout of what we have on the board. So we have the study here. So that is the only location that we begin with in this scenario. And each of us has our little investigator card here to show that we are in the study location. So as we go through the scenario, more locations will pop up and we'll be moving throughout the house, essentially. Then let me just read, I guess I will read the first agenda card here and the first act. So, oh yeah.
I will say the cards are not really legible from
Okay.
the height the camera is
Yeah.
currently at, so I was
I will-
about to say that as you were about to
Yeah,
read the cards.
cool,
so.
cool. Yeah, it's a lot of text. So the agenda and act cards or decks here, these act as sort of the different chapters of the story, and the agenda deck represents sort of the bad, nefarious things that are happening and how things are getting worse and worse for us. So as we draw cards through this agenda deck, we're getting closer to losing the scenario. On the other hand, the act deck represents the things we are trying to achieve to make positive progress through the story. So the faster we move through this act deck, the closer to victory we are. So we're trying to move through the act deck quickly and hope that the agenda deck doesn't move very quickly. So I'll read the first agenda here. So what's going on? It's late at night. You are holed up in your study researching the bloody disappearances that have been taking place in the region. A few hours into your research, you hear the sound of strange chanting coming from your parlor down the hall. At the same time, you hear dirt churning as if something were digging beneath the floor. So that's not good. And then you leap to investigate. The door to your study vanishes before your eyes, leaving behind only solid wall. You're trapped inside your study until you can find another way out. Okay, so we hear strange digging beneath the floor, the door to our study vanishes, and we're trapped. And so now if we look at the study card here and read this, and actually I'll flip it over because we're at this location, it just simply says the door to your study has vanished. So that kind of gives us the scene in the study. And then we've got two numerical values here on the location. So the first one here is the, oh, no, I forget what that is called. It's the, I forget the name of it. But that value is the number that we have to beat in order to investigate.
Shroud value.
The shroud value, yeah. So if we want to investigate that location, we have to do an investigation check and meet or exceed that value. So on the study, that's a 2. This other value is a 2 and has a little person icon next to it, and that is going to tell us how many clue tokens we should put on that location. So it is going to be 2 clue tokens per investigator in the game.
So 8 total.
Right.
Okay.
So we'll use these little clue tokens, which are double-sided. The green side is the clue tokens. On the other side, it's the red and black, and that's the doom counters. So we can potentially investigate this location and there are 8 clues to possibly investigate from that location. So where the investigation, or the clue tokens and the doom counters come into play, is with these agenda and act decks. So on the agenda card, it has a number 3. So when we have uncovered 3 doom counters, and there are 3 doom counters present anywhere on the board, this agenda deck will we will advance that agenda deck because we have met the doom value on the current agenda, which is 3.
Okay.
Alternatively, once we meet the clue value on the act card, we can trade in that many clues to progress the act deck forward. And in this case, the act requires 2 clues per investigator. So that will again require 8 clues in order to advance the act deck.
Okay.
Does that all make sense so far?
Yep.
Folks at home, if you have questions, don't hesitate to throw them in the chat.
Cool. So with that, we will draw our starting hand of 5 cards. If you draw on your first hand, if you draw a weakness on your starting hand, you're allowed to set that aside, draw a new card, and then reshuffle the weakness back in. So you don't, get your weakness on your very first hand. You can also take a full mulligan, or even you can just take a mulligan of any number of cards on that first draw to set any number of cards aside, redraw, and then so your first turn of the game you get an opportunity.
5 cards?
Yep, 5 cards. Oh, I drew my basic weakness too.
Hey,
So-
Dave Gibson.
So
says,
part of what you'll be looking at here, the numerical value in the top left of the card is the resource cost to play that card. Yeah, thank you, Sean. And the resources are these little crate tokens that we all start with 5 of. So that's the cost to play the card.
Right.
And then there's potentially a little symbol or multiple symbols on the left hand side of the card. And that is the skill that card can be. Well, let me start the sentence over. You can discard that card to assist you with a skill test of that type.
Okay.
So if it has the little book icon, which is the knowledge icon, you can discard that card when you're doing a knowledge test and add +1 to your knowledge check. If it has a little question mark, that's a wild that you can discard that card to increase the value of any of your tests.
Okay. So if it has multiple symbols of the same type,
It
it
would
adds.
give you all.
Okay, great,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I think I'll keep my hand. Why not?
Yeah.
Put this on. This was my weakness, right? Okay, so I'll shuffle that back in. Okay.
Event cards you play and they resolve and go away, while asset cards stay in play. Correct.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah. So beneath the cost of the card, it will tell you what type of card it was. Yep.
Mhm.
Events or just one-time use. That card will go into effect right away, and then go to the discard pile. Assets and allies, you'll play the resource cost, and those will stay with you sometimes until they're used up in some way that will, be described on the card. There might be a gun asset that you have that has 2 uses because it has 2 bullets.
Yep.
So you'd keep that with you until you've expended all its uses. Allies are similar, but allies can take damage for you. So if a monster attacks you, you can assign that damage to the ally instead of your
Allies
personal
have
character.
That's their hit points.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so all the characters, are investigators, and allies will potentially have two health values, and one is a little red heart, and that's your just kind of physical health, and the other is the blue brain, and that is your mental
strength.
Yeah,
Sanity.
right. Your sanity,
Yeah.
right. And if either of those values are met or exceeded, your investigator has perished or is just out of the mission.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stakes are high.
Right.
I'm scared already.
Yeah, as you should be. So, in the I guess the phases of the round, I should all have a little card that gives you the sequence of the round on one side, and the other side the different actions you can take.
Okay.
So, the round starts with the Mythos Phase, which is skipped on the first round of the game, but generally in the Mythos Phase we will add another Doom token to the agenda, so things are always getting worse. We will reveal a card from the scenario deck, and then, or the encounter deck, I guess it's called, and then we will, I guess that's it. Yeah, just kind of check those things as things get worse and worse and the story progresses and more monsters will potentially pop out.
Okay.
Then each investigator will take a turn, and that order, if I'm not mistaken, can be in any order we select. So we'll sort of just decide, like, I want to go first this round, or whatever it is. And on an investigator's round, they'll take 3 actions. They can take multiple of the same action if they want. They can take those actions in any order. You can draw a card or gain a resource. You can play an event or asset card from your hand. You can activate an activation ability on a card, which is like a little arrow symbol.
Okay.
You can move to a connecting location to one that you're on, but as we start here in the study, there's only one location. We can investigate our location, which is making an investigation, or it's a knowledge check at a location, trying to meet or exceed its shroud value to gain a clue. Or you can fight or engage an enemy at your location, or attempt to evade an enemy that you are engaged with.
Okay.
But we'll get to that a little more when we get some enemies out here.
Sure.
Dan Shannon wants to know why is no one playing the greatest investigator, Ashcan Pete?
Oh.
Who's Ashcan Pete?
Yeah.
So the Indiana Jones stand-in. He's in one of the late expansions, I think, for
okay.
this game. But
So we are with the investigators we're playing with are all from the starter box except for Stella Clark that I have here just because I picked that one up. But no, I don't know. That's a good question. We should be Ashcan Pete.
Something you should always
agree.
be asking.
Yeah, we screwed
Why
up.
Why am I not Ashcan Pete?
Next time we'll be Ashcan Pete. Actually, real quick, why don't we just, before we start, unless there are any other rules questions, we should just say who we all are.
Yeah, let's introduce ourselves.
Sure.
All right. I'm Daisy Walker. As a respected librarian at Miskatonic University, Daisy had always felt that books were the most important thing in her life. She explored in fiction what she abhorred in life: horror, violence, fear. Then she stumbled across the John Dee translation of the Necronomicon. It was blasphemous, unholy, and too awful to be real. But given her studies in obscure and occult subjects, Daisy knew there was more truth than fiction within the book's pages. She began to wonder what other secrets the restricted collection of the Orne Library held. ...
Gotta have that ...
Mm-hmm.
I'm Agnes Baker, the waitress. Agnes Baker may just be an unassuming waitress in this life, but in the previous life, in a time and age undreamed of in the modern world, she had been a powerful witch. It began when she found a strange artifact, a key of some kind, in a dusty collection of family belongings in her attic. When she touched it, the memories came flooding back along with one word: Hyperborea. The more she delved into the visions and memories of her former life, the stronger her powers grew, ... and the more frightened she became.
Is there a Conan tie-in to this game? Oh my
hope
god.
so.
Okay.
Also a good investigator.
Yes.
He's part of the Arkham cinematic universe.
Universe.
I am Stella Clark, the letter carrier. Before Stella began working for the Postal Service in Arkham, she knew 2 things with certainty. First, her parents made a mistake when they called her their son and gave her a boy's name. Second, the house on the cliff in Kingsport whispered her true name, the name she chose for herself late at night: Stella. Delivering the mail 6 days a week in all kinds of weather wasn't an easy job, but Stella loved knowing that she was helping people connect with one another. Then she started finding the letters. At the end of her route, there was always one extra envelope in her bag. It was always addressed to her. It was always postmarked from Kingsport, and it always contained a letter with one typed word. Stella.
Wow.
It doesn't go away.
I'm playing the ex-con Skids O'Toole. Skids hadn't planned for a life of crime, but sometimes doing the right thing means getting your hands dirty. The cops didn't care that Skid needed money for his mother's operation. His mother died of her illness in the second year of his sentence. His cellmate, Brad Hollins, told him there were worse fates than death. He ranted and raved in a quiet voice every evening about the old ones, and told Skids about bizarre adventures he had while dreaming. Skids didn't give it much thought until the night he woke to the sight of his cellmate bursting into flames. When Skid was finally released, he returned to Arkham looking for answers.
Jeez.
Wow. Well, I should note as well, all our investigators have different health and mental fortitude values. We all have different skill levels at the 4 different attributes. What is it? I always forget the first one. It's
I think it's intellect, knowledge,
punching.
Combat and agility.
There we go.
There.
And it's willpower, intellect,
Willpower.
combat, and agility.
Got it. Thank you.
Willpower is the
the head.
Annoying.
yeah
Yeah. Okay, cool.
silhouette.
Put this
Is
We
what
all
I
have
too, I
different
guess.
values there, and then we all have a couple, special abilities as well, to make us all a little different. Yeah, so I think we're ready to jump in, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Unless
let's
there's
get that
anything
round
else.
going.
Also,
We can put the character cards on the mat too, so
Oh, yeah.
people at home can see them.
Take a look.
So,
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan.
Cool.
Mr. Reynolds is in the chat.
What's that?
Mr. Reynolds is in the chat. Just saying hello.
Mr.
Yeah.
Reynolds'
Cool.
neighborhood.
Oh yeah, that'll be good too, because then people
If
can
it
see
all
our
you
health
have.
when we're
Yeah, yeah.
finished. And also, Sean and Christine, jump in if I'm
feels pretty sure.
messing something up with the, with the rules.
Killing
So,
it.
I think we're ready to start, right? Okay, cool. So, we skip the Mythos phase for the first round, and we just go into the investigation phase where we're all going to take our 3 actions, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So, who wants to start?
Not
Does the
me.
lead investigator start?
I think
it's
it's just always we can choose, right?
Yeah, I think it's a democratic decision,
Yeah.
but the lead investigator definitely breaks ties. And
Yeah.
what have you.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I can go first, or if someone who's real good at investigating wants to start, because that's kind of, our right now we are trapped in the study.
I can
until
do
we
some
investigate.
investigating if we need to.
Yeah, see what you got.
All right.
Skids.
Well, I'm gonna play one card before just to get it out there. I'm gonna go ahead and play first aid, so we're prepared when the bad stuff hits the fan.
Nice.
That's gonna cost
Cost you
2
2
resources, and then it has 3 uses. So I'm gonna go ahead and use resource tokens to track that because I don't think they give us general ones.
Right.
So we have that. Next, I will do an investigation check. Our question marks are wild, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I will
discard
play on the lamb to boost that. My base investigation is 3, but this card I'm playing to boost it has 2 question marks, so that'll make it base 5.
Okay.
So-
Well, and it also has isn't the book what we use for investigating?
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah.
it's
So,
got
Actually,
plus
yeah,
3.
6.
So you're at a 6. So your investigation right now is a 6. You need to beat a 2, which is the shroud value. And then you're going to pull, anytime you do a check in this game, a skills check, you have to pull a token from the chaos bag and see how that modifies your skill.
So it'll be -1, so down to 5, but that's still plenty to
Still
give
beats
us
2.
a token.
Nice.
So that moves it onto this card.
So it actually moves it just to you.
Okay.
And then at any, I believe it's at any point we can decide, once we have the required amount of clues, we can use them to fulfill that.
Gotcha. And the Doom token goes right back, the Chaos token goes right back in the Chaos bag.
Yep. So even if we pull the worst thing out of the Chaos bag, it's going to go back in. It's never...
And I guess I can do it one more time as well. Do we automatically draw any cards, or do we have to spend actions to do it exclusively?
We draw one. It's either at the beginning or the end of the round. At the end of the round, you draw one card and get one.
Well, we'll go ahead and spend one more to modify my base 3 up to 4. So...
You can also use an action to draw a card. Or, or gain one resource.
Yeah. And don't forget, too, since we're all at the same location,
that'll be -3, so I actually fail that one. Because that was 4, and I need 2, but this will modify me down to 1.
Yeah. I think the -3 is the
worst one.
I think it's the worst. Oh, is there
There's even worse.
Even worse fates.
Okay. Well,
right,
that's it for Skids.
All right. Well, you got one clue.
A clue.
I could go next.
All right.
Sure. So let's see. I think what I'll do here is I will spend one resource to play the old key ring, which it has 2 uses, 2 keys, so I'll just put some resources on there to represent that. And I can take an action to investigate, and the location that I'm on gets -2 shroud for that investigation, and if I succeed, I remove 1 key from the old carry.
Oh, nice.
So it's got 2 uses there. That's actually really nice because I can use that, and then if I fail it, I don't actually lose the key ring. Key ring's only lost if I succeed. So that's pretty nice. So I think I will do that for my next action. So I'll take the action on the key ring to investigate. So my investigation is base 2, not great, but because of the keys, the study now has a -2 shroud. So I've got a 2, and I have to beat a 0. So we'll see what the Chaos bag has for me. A -1. So I'm at a 1. The shroud's at a 0, so I succeed there. I lose the key ring. I use that up, but I get the clue.
There we go.
So that's good. So that was 2 actions. And then I think, well, I'm just gonna do it once more. We got to investigate. We got to get out of this study.
I think that's a strong play.
The door has disappeared. Yeah. So I'll use that old key ring again.
How are you using those keys? Are you just throwing them where the door used to be?
That's a good question. Yeah.
Punching holes in the wall.
Yeah.
Trying to turn it.
Just throwing. Ooh, it's this.
So that has an ability.
Symbol.
That's -1. If you fail, take 1 horror.
Okay, so that's okay.
You
So
pass.
I'm still above the shroud, so that's good. Yeah, so that symbol, its effect will change based on the scenario. Okay, so I still pass.
And based on your difficulty.
Oh, really?
So we're on the easy standard side.
Okay, there's a second side.
But there should be another side that says hard expert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick, what is the average playtime of Arkham? I'm responding to something Ben Uncle says in the chat from what he's heard of the game. This variety hour is going to be made of multiple hours.
Well, I don't know. What does it say on the box? I have not played this with other people in a while.
I think it
It's
is
like
longer
an
every
hour
person.
per person.
Yeah.
But I think this
45 per
beginning scenario is somewhat curtailed.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I have heard that it does vary based on the scenario a little bit. Some of them are longer than others.
That makes sense.
How long we go tonight? I don't know.
Who
That depends on
knows?
how long these cats want to keep playing.
Or it depends on how long we live.
Yes,
True.
that's also. It can be a very short.
Also, I think, think of the Superscript Variety Hour as you think of the Superscript New Comic Minute. So,
Yes.
not necessarily
Adjusted
that time
for.
is
Very fluid
is
definition.
flexible.
Yes.
Okay, so I did my 3 actions. I played a key ring. I used it twice. I got 2 clues. That's my turn.
Kristen,
All right.
you wanna go ahead?
Sure. I will
You've
go ahead.
gone, and I have gone. Now we're on our exhausted dramatic sides.
Oh yeah. Yep. Now we're black and white.
So I'm a pretty strong investigator, so I'm definitely going to be doing some investigation. I have a 5
Nice.
intellect.
All those books.
That's right, so many books. So let's see here. 3 actions. And I am going to... Okay, so I'm going to play my research librarian. So I can take this action right away and it doesn't cost anything. After the research librarian enters play, search your deck for a tome asset and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. So I have special abilities with tomes. So
Nice.
it's good for me to have those in my hand. So I'm setting myself up for the future here.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Sweet.
And the research librarian is an ally as well.
yes.
So that ally, as you see, has a health and mental fortitude number. They've got a 1 in each. So if you get attacked, you could assign that damage to your research librarian instead.
That's true.
Make them die for you.
You gotta
My
delegate.
shield.
Yeah, hey, if you're like, look, you found me this tome. I appreciate it, but there is this, horrific hell beast here, and I would like you to take the hit for me.
That's
It's just
right.
part of the job.
Part of the job as a librarian.
Yeah.
Librarian.
All right, so I've got the old Book of Lair that I
Okay.
brought out. Add it to your hand, shuffle your deck, which I will do when Blair goes. So my next action, now I'm going to start investigating. So I have 2 actions left.
Right.
So I am just going to straight up investigate. So I need to beat a 2. I have a 5.
Yeah.
I
Solid.
could be defeated.
Sure.
But
It's
it seems
possible.
unlikely.
Oh, I got this guy. -1. If you fail, take 1 horror. Well, -1 still gives me 4. So I get a clue.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I'm going to investigate again.
Yeah.
Shake those tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I got
Ooh.
grave. So that -2. If there is a ghoul enemy at your location, take 1 damage. Nope.
Still good.
So even if I got a -2, I would still get the clue.
Wow.
Nice.
Sweet.
Daisy's raking in those clues.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. And now I will pass the turn and
Cool.
shuffle my deck.
Okay.
Nicely
Ghoul
done.
action is my favorite necromantic.
Ghoul action. You ready for some ghoul action?
Always.
And yeah, if this seems, again, this is the intro scenario. So if this seems like, well, what else could we do but investigate right now? It's like, well, there is nothing else we can
Oh,
do but investigate right now.
Bad
This-
stuff's coming too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. It's,
And,
it's very much,
This,
intro for
from
a
what I
reason.
remember, is like it escalates quickly
Yes.
and hard.
Yes.
And I was like, oh my god.
I have definitely lost this intro scenario
Yeah.
more than once.
And Ryan brought up a really good point in the chat that this game seems really complex until you start playing it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would agree.
This is my first time with it, and it
Yeah.
already feels pretty approachable.
Yeah.
Having watched you guys take your turns, so yeah, definitely don't be intimidated. I am a little intimidated by the fact that Christine said this gets a little hairy quickly. So I think on my turn. Oh,
I'm going to interject real
Yeah,
quick.
please do.
So I've posted, this comes from YouTube, Ben Uncles. It says, while we're playing, what's been everybody's favorite Halloween reads? It's Ice Cream Man and Gideon Falls for everyone, right? Anyways, that's over in the YouTube chat, but if you guys want to post in the chat, want to post some of your favorite Halloween reads, I'll throw them up.
Yeah.
If you have Halloween book recommendations, I'll throw them up on the screen. Anybody else at home? Sorry, Blair.
Oh, you're okay.
Continue,
Yeah,
my
no,
friend.
No worries. Gotta.
Nice house on the lake.
Mm.
That's what it.
Yeah, nice on the lake too for me.
I gotta get on it.
You do. But it's your turn.
Right.
So take your 3 actions.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh
so-
yeah, and this costs 2 resources.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna get some assets here just to get ready for when the stuff hits the fan later.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna spend 1 for a knife.
Always good.
Waitress with a knife, nothing better.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to point out on
Yeah,
the knife card
Sure.
is that it has this little hand in the corner. So that means like you can only equip up to the number of hands you have. I think there are some people who can equip extra, but like there's a special maybe a special
Three-handed
ability for it.
Yeah.
Ash can't.
But yeah, so you do have to pay attention. There is a limit to how many knives you can have.
There's a limit to the amount of allies you can
Yes,
have as well,
same.
too, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
I think it's 2,
Okay.
if I'm
That
not
sounds
mistaken. If you play a third, you have to choose one of the previous 2 to, like, discard, for
Yeah.
example. But yeah, the knife is very good.
So,
Yeah. Figure it's nice to have.
Always
a
good
little
to have a
option.
knife.
So that cost me 1. Then,
Yep.
And then it's just like going.
That just
All right.
goes in the supply.
Great.
You got a knife.
I'm not feeling super great about my chances with investigation. I'm only at 2, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and you need to beat a 2.
Yeah. So. I have one question really quickly. There's
Yeah.
a keyword on a card in my hand. I'm just wondering what innate means.
Oh. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Let's go to the book.
There we go. Great.
Keyword on the back.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
I don't
But innate is not there.
Oh.
Let's look it up in the one that has an index.
Yeah.
The
There we
rules
go.
reference has
You
this
gotta really-
handy dandy index
I will say,
on the back.
the version I have and the version that we're playing with the components from isn't even the newest version of the game. But even the version that I have, I think the rules are very well written for this game, and it has a good, like how to play book, which is a great way to just tutorialize you through your first scenario, and then it also has the rules reference with an index and all that. Pretty solid rule books from this game. We're trying to figure out the innate keyword.
Yeah.
And what type of card is that on? That's on
It's on a skill card.
Skill.
Yeah.
Huh.
Innate is simply a trait. Almost, if not all, cards have a trait. For example, the machete is an item, weapon, and melee. So it
Okay.
actually doesn't have any effect. It's just
Okay.
it's just a keyword if something else interacts with something that is keyword
Okay.
innate.
Okay.
Got it. Thank you. So I can spend this to pump my investigate action then, right?
Right. Because
Okay.
it has 2 wild symbols on the
Alright.
corner, so you could discard it when you do a test.
Yeah,
No.
sure.
And
Well,
add those
I'll
two.
try to investigate with the +2 from this. Then,
Cool.
right? Because I can
Yeah,
use it
right.
for both.
Yep,
Okay,
exactly.
Great.
Yep.
So I need to beat. So I'm at
Oh,
4. I need to beat 2.
Yeah.
Right. So you pumped up your. Yep.
All right.
Pumped up
See how
your.
I-
Yeah, those little symbols there.
Here, I'm gonna stick your knife.
Oh no.
Oh, the skull.
Skull.
That is minus X, where X is the number of ghoul enemies at your location. There are currently no ghouls.
0.
minus
Beautiful.
0,
All
you-
right, so I get a
Safe.
clue.
Clued
Okay.
up.
So that's spent then, right? I just
Yes, the
Yes.
one you discarded. Yep.
Okay.
So you still got 1 action left.
Yeah. I guess I'll just use this emergency cash and gain some resources.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
That
Always good to have.
costs no resources and it gains you 3. Yeah, that's always very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always be prepared.
That's
Alright.
right.
Totally. All right. So everyone.
Like a waitress.
Everyone took their
Like a waitress.
actions.
Yep.
So now we are on to the enemy phase. This is where enemies would move and attack, but there are no enemies out, so skip that phase.
Okay.
And now we go up to the upkeep phase. So we flip our little mini cards here, as Sean's doing, showing that we can take actions again.
We are
when it
no
comes
longer
to
exhausted.
next round. Yep. We would ready any exhausted cards that we have, but we don't have any. That would essentially be
Tapped
rotating a card 90 degrees and exhausting them.
Okay.
And then now each investigator draws a card from their deck and gains 1 resource. And then we check our hand size. If we would have to discard down to 8 cards if we had more cards than
8
that.
cards, wow,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, quite the hand size. And then that's the round. So we go on to round 2.
Cool.
So now we have our first Mythos phase. So we place 1 Doom on the agenda here. and our
We need a
limit.
sound for that. We needed to get like
Yeah,
a horror,
the
like
Doom soundboard. Yeah.
Doom.
If we need the Dune soundboard, I can whisper in a low voice, and also we can just play a Hans Zimmer soundtrack.
Let's just
There
all
we
recite
go.
the litany against fear. Okay?
Fear is the mind
3,
killer.
2, 1, no.
Every time. So we've got 1 Doom. When we reach 3, that agenda will advance. And now each investigator draws 1 card from the top of the encounter deck. So we'll draw. So you can just flip it, and whatever it says, you do immediately.
Yeah. You want to go from left to right?
Yeah.
All right.
So let's do that.
So first one we got is Icy Ghoul.
Oh.
It says spawn cellar. I think that means it goes to the cellar if the cellar is revealed, but I would assume that it's just with us.
Yeah. Normally, the enemies will just automatically go to whatever investigator revealed them.
Yeah.
So I would think if it has a specific spawn location that it can't go to, I would think it's just going to go to you.
Yeah.
But I can double check.
It says inside the tunnels beneath the house, a massive beast tears its way out of the ice. It is covered in a thick layer of frost. Its breath is visible in the bitter cold.
So actually, if an enemy has no legal location to spawn at, it does not spawn and it is discarded. So
Oh, okay.
kind
But-
of luck out.
Well, bye,
Perhaps-
Icy Ghoul.
I was gonna say we could use the opportunity to explain what's on their card.
The enemy card?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so there are 3 values there. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So 3 values on the enemy cards there on the top. So the leftmost value with the little fist is the fight value. So that is when we make a fight test against that enemy, that's the number we're trying to meet or exceed. The value in the middle is the enemy's health, so that's how much damage we would need to do to them to kill them. If you're attacking without any special weapons, you're just going to always do 1 damage, but you would need perhaps a knife or something else to do more than 1 at a time. And then lastly, the sort of green number by the little foot is the value we would have to meet or exceed in a evade test in order to run away from that enemy. When an enemy engages on a player, they kind of go into that player's zone, and they're pretty much always going to fight that player and for the most part try to stay with that player and fight them until that player either evades or defeats them. But also different enemies will have different keywords that might make them seek out the weakest character or something like that. This one has a spawn location of the cellar, but since it can't go there, apparently it's just discarded. So
Yeah.
we kind of, dodge
We dodged
the
that
bullet.
ghoul.
Yeah. All right, and then I'll draw 1. I've got Rotting Remains. Revelation, test 3 intellect. For each point you fail by, take 1 horror. Ooh. Well, let's see. I start with 3 intellect.
Found a dead body in the room that we're locked in.
Yeah, we're in this study. We're looking for the door, and we're like, oh, there's a dead body here.
A
apparently.
sickening display of gore causes you to retch. You're glad it wasn't you.
They use the word wretch in this game a lot. It's pretty good. So I'm actually just gonna. I'm not gonna add anything. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, I should. No, I'm not gonna. I've got my reasons. So I've got a intellect of 3. I have to meet or exceed a 3.
Positive.
Mail carriers are usually very strong.
Oh.
Oh no, that's the automatic fail.
Oh. Okay.
Are those double-sided tokens? Are you like
Yeah.
flipping a coin or?
Oh.
No, they're the
Oh,
same on
they're the
both
same
sides.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was.
No, that would be added something. So I'm gonna do this. I've got Live and Learn. This is a fast action. Play after a skill test you failed ends.
There's some commentary going on in the chat about things that are cards in this game and also in Magic.
such as Rotting Remains.
Live and Learn, also, and Clue Token.
Oh,
well,
tokens,
kind of.
yeah.
What about Knife?
Yeah, the classic Magic card.
Knife.
Live and Learn made me think
So
about
live
Sonic.
and learn.
Knife would be spelled so stupid.
I get to.
N-I-E-F-E.
Maybe a Y in there.
How do you spell
Yeah.
knife? Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna live and learn here. So this is what Stella really exceeds at. I fail a thing, and I get to try it again with a little oomph. So I get to play this after I fail a test. I get to attempt that test again, but I get +2 skill value this time.
And Ben Uncle's, man, it's a shame Thorn's not in the chat, but Ben Uncle's just, as Nick said, live and learn. Is anybody else thinking of the Sonic the Hedgehog song
I'm
right
also
now?
thinking of the Sonic
Which
the
Which
Hedgehog song.
seems
Yes.
to play almost every other song on the Superscript
Hey!
playlist. some days.
Yeah.
A pass.
I did
Great.
live and learn.
That's right.
I lived and learned.
You live
hung
and
out with
learn, and then you
friend
chose
Sonic.
Rotting Remains.
I don't
Okay,
know.
So then I have
I was
succeeded
thinking
that.
Guns N' Roses.
Oh.
It's not even the same words, but
Also not a
But
Guns N'
I-
Roses song either, but
It's the, like, Kids Bop. Guns
Yeah,
N' Roses.
Yeah.
it is.
All right,
This is from
Blair,
Blair.
you get Obscuring Fog.
Awesome. That's great.
has anybody watched, speaking of spooky stuff, the Scooby-Doo episode on HBO with Axl Rose, where Axl Rose does a cameo?
No.
It's recent. I
No.
keep meaning to.
Looks like we attach it to our location.
Yeah, attach your location, limit 1 per location. It gets... Sorry, guys. The attached location gets +2 Shroud.
Ooh.
And then forced, after the attached location is successfully investigated, discard it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we just need a real
So
good
now we're at
investigator.
So it's
4
gonna be-
shrouds.
Daisy, you might be up first next
What are
round.
you
We'll
book,
see.
What are you book learning folks better get
Yeah.
on that? I'm
So,
just a waitress.
Just a simple way.
Still need
Jesus
my
Christ.
Before the librarian takes her turn, do we want to come up with a...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You
No,
held up
you
the,
go
the
ahead.
finger of silence.
No, go ahead.
Don't
Also
do
a
this,
magic
guys.
card.
Elliot, go.
It is.
Finger of silence is big in the meta right now.
Yeah. Seems to play modern actually.
Yeah. Surprising. We were gonna give away some stuff tonight. Do we want
yeah.
to?
I have an idea for that.
Oh.
I think everyone at home should be rooting for us to get clues. So I think when we advance, when we get
okay.
enough clues
Yeah.
to advance the act
Advance the
deck,
act deck.
There
we
go.
will
Then
draw.
we will figure out who in the chat gets
Yeah.
something. Okay.
Yeah.
Do they have to do anything in the chat other than just be present?
I think just be present.
Just be present.
Send a positive message, maybe.
Send a positive. Yeah. Send some
Yeah.
good vibes and.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
some prayer emojis in the chat.
I like it.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
Alright.
at first I was like, oh, every time there's a doom counter, but I want to keep it positive.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. My Crypt Chill. This is a hazard.
My third favorite at the gates record.
Revelation.
Crypt Chill's pretty
Test for silhouette.
Intellect.
No,
it's
that's the other one.
mind. I had a
Brain
Willpower?
device for it,
Willpower.
and I lost
Test
it.
for willpower. If you fail,
Oh.
choose and discard one asset you control. If you cannot, take 2 damage instead.
Ooh.
The flavor text: the supernatural cold threatens to freeze your soul.
Whoa.
You don't want to lose your research librarian.
All right, so I've got 3 willpower, and so I have to test to a 4.
Okay.
So I need a +1, or I need help from my mates.
And yeah, we could help in this instance too.
I have nothing that I'm not able to.
I could help you if you need.
I desperately need help. I'm gonna help
I-
myself too.
Cannot.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna help myself
Mhm.
with 1. I have 1 in on there on
Oh.
that card. So
Alright. I can help you 1.
okay, so now I am at 5, and I have to beat a 4.
Okay.
Positive,
Believe
positive,
you.
positive,
That head
positive,
librarian's
positive.
gonna get it.
Well, otherwise I
system
just
I
have to test an asset.
Oh.
All right, -1.
Pass.
I pass.
Mm.
I pass.
Beautiful.
Whew. And everyone can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let chat think we're
Thank you.
cheating.
Thanks to the help of my friends. We'll put that in your discard
We
deck.
all lived and
Thank
learned
you.
together.
We
Yeah.
did.
Now I grit my teeth.
Whew. Okay. Okay.
Badass milk.
All right, Crypt Chill, you are banished.
Nice. All right. Okay.
Well, great job,
Well, we did
everyone.
pretty well
Yeah.
surviving that. Okay. Now we're on to the
Investigation.
investigation again.
I
we've
would
got
vote
that.
for Daisy to go first since Daisy has the best knowledge,
Oh,
intellect.
I am ready.
Yeah.
Question.
Mhm.
I drew this.
Ooh, yeah.
Do I just have to like? Does it have any effect when I draw it or anything? It's a weakness. So.
So I think the main thing is,
Oh, it's just that.
yeah,
Okay.
like that's the forced action.
Mhm.
But I guess if you want, you could choose to play it to do that, which
Gotcha.
is, I guess, like not as bad, but it would then cause you or cost you the action.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
So it's either like you face it, it's not
Mhm.
as bad, or you're just like, well, I'm gonna hold off on it, and then.
I'm gonna repress this.
Yeah.
Great. Very appropriate.
Mhm.
All right. So I am going to spend all my resources. And I'm
Oh.
going to get out my assistant, Dr. Mylan Christopher, professor of entomology.
My favorite part about this is we are trapped in this study, and these research librarians.
there are
keep
no
showing
doors.
You didn't hear
They're just
interns.
tearing
They're
through
There are
like-
no doors.
They're like,
But they just, I
trying to
keep them
find-
in my
Yeah,
in my
exactly.
tote bag.
Like, well,
You always gotta have a bug guy
Yeah.
on hand.
Yeah.
Yep, professor of entomology.
They, like crawl out of like an armoire
so
or something
I
like
get-
that.
I get +1 intellect. And then every time I successfully investigate, I gain a resource.
Nice.
And Dr. Mylan Christopher's flavor text. While I truly pray that this nightmare is just a singular abomination, I must admit that I am exhilarated by the possibility that this is but one specimen of a new genus.
Oh,
Okay, so that was one of my
I love a
actions.
new genus.
My next action will be to investigate. So now I have +6 intellect.
We've got a whole crew here.
And you're beating a 4.
That's right.
Okay. Seems doable.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, -2, but that is still plenty to get my
Nice.
clue because that brings me down to a 4,
Okay.
and I need a 4 to beat it.
Yeah. And that
And
clears the
That clears the
fog.
fog.
Nice.
Nice.
Wait, I thought it was when we clear the room.
Nope. It's
think
when
it's-
you pass the check.
Oh.
After a task location is successfully investigated, discard obscuring fog.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
as long as you clear it once.
All right. So now I brought us down to 2 shroud. I'm gonna investigate again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, and every time I successfully investigate, I gain a resource. So I'm gonna gain a resource.
Nice.
+1.
Wow.
So
Nice.
Sweet.
That's the last token.
I unlock that shit and gain a resource.
True.
Nice.
I think we can get out of this trapped room now.
Woo woo.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was trying to just check. I think we can just do that at any time. I don't think
Yeah,
it requires
if
like,
I'm
an
not
action,
mistaken, it's
right?
not an action or
Yeah.
anything like
I think,
that.
I think there are some acts that would specify like a timing or a location to do it, but otherwise we can just turn our
4,
tokens in at any point.
5,
And
6,
folks at home should be
7,
excited.
8.
Do you know what this means?
We're giving something away.
That's right.
Sweet.
Giving away a prize.
All right. How are we doing this?
Yeah, how are we gonna know who is in the chat?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. So
Wanna make everyone type their name and
Yeah, everybody, if you are
10
interested in
seconds.
winning some stuff,
Type
some
your
Arkham
name.
Horror stuff, sound off. Just say hello in either the YouTube or Facebook chats. We'll see it.
Yep, and then while you do that, we will read the next act
We
card.
got Dave Gibson, we got Ben Uncles, we got Steve Almeida.
How about you randomize this, or do like a random pull while we read the act
Can we
card?
flip it over? Is that what we do?
So yes, I believe we read the
Quiet down,
backside, if I'm not
All right.
mistaken, and then we'll read the front of Act B.
You notice the edges of your newly purchased rug are tattered and mud-stained. Finding this odd, you shift the furniture aside and pull back the rug. To your surprise, you see the door leading out of the study. You slowly turn the knob and the door swings open, revealing your hallway below. You forgot that your hallway was below you?
Oh, it's all weird.
You jump through the doorway, landing on your feet on the soft dirt. The door to the study slams shut above you. The smell of burning wood fills the narrow hall, intermingled with the scent of rot and decay. Put into play the set-aside hallway, cellar, attic, and parlor. Discard each enemy in the study. Place each investigator in the hallway. Remove the study from the game. Okay, so the study goes away.
So we're in the hallway now.
Yes.
And we put the others. Oops. Yeah. Put the others on their locked location.
Oh, locked.
Oh wait. This one.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in your house, right?
We're
now?
in my house.
If you needed help cleaning, you could have asked.
It's not normally like this. I swear.
Sure, yeah.
The door is normally on the wall, not the floor.
That's what they all
Under the
say,
rug.
yeah.
All
And
right,
there's
I think
usually
I've
not the rotting meat.
gathered everybody in the chat. We're gonna do. Well, I'm missing a couple of people. Well, more than a couple, but they're not sounding off. So I don't know. I don't know what I can do. Well, we're doing more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We'll do 3.
Okay, what are we? What are we giving away?
We're gonna give away some investigator decks for Arkham Horror the card game.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's great. So you can join us. They all have such good names. First, we're going to give away Winifred Habermock, the Rogue. So this is a
All right.
Rogue class like Schizo Tool, but this appears to be a
Pilot.
which is cool.
all right. Ben Uncles, you have won.
Hey!
Ben Uncles.
All right.
Winifred
Winifred.
Hibbenach?
Habermock.
Habermock?
Abamock.
That is
The
some
Rogue.
Dickensian ass naming.
Oh yeah.
So Winifred Habermock, the Avatrix. Throw caution to the
Whoa.
wind and commit cards recklessly to skill tests without fear.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like that.
Sweet. That's the kind of gender naming I can get behind. Avatrix.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
All right. We also have our new act goal, which is the barrier. A glowing barrier blocks the path to your parlor. As you move towards it, intense heat forces you to back away. Picking up a handful of dirt, you toss it at the barrier and watch in horror as the dirt incinerates. Perhaps
Whoa.
there's something in the cellar or attic that can help.
Okay.
So the cellar and attic are on their closed sides, but there's nothing preventing us from going in there, I believe. The parlor, however, is the entrance to the parlor is blocked by a darkly glowing, unfathomable barrier. You cannot move into the parlor. So, just a minor
Darkly
inconvenience.
glowing, unfathomable.
Just normal stuff.
Yeah.
I
Hey
got one of those in my-
guys,
I got one of those in my house.
my parlor. I got some weird stuff in there right now.
It's really,
just
really embarrassing. My landlord came by earlier. He installed this thing.
just ignore it. Okay, so now there's something a little new to point out on the locations here. So the hallway now. Well, I guess on all the locations, you'll see they have a different symbol on the top left, and then there are spaces on the bottom of each location card that show corresponding symbols for the rooms that connect to that location. So the hallway is this little square icon, and it has 3 symbols on the bottom, and each correspond to one of the other 3 rooms: the attic, the parlor, the cellar. So that's just showing that in order to get to the attic, parlor, cellar, we have to first be at the hallway to move to them.
Okay.
And we're all at the hallway right now. It has a shroud of 1, and it has no clues. No clues. So,
Makes sense.
Sweet.
yeah. So, nothing to investigate there, but we can move to the cellar or the attic.
Well, it seems like we're going to need to split up here.
For sure.
Would anybody like to go next? Skids is ready to do it if nobody else wants to do it.
Skids is always ready.
Skids is always ready for action.
Yeah, go
Also,
lead the
In a
way,
horror film, I
Skids.
think it's good to go to the attic. That's like the best place to hide.
I guess
opposed to the
usually
cellar?
that better than the cellar.
Full of lots of scary stuff. Yeah, like cellar.
Yeah.
You think like Blair Witch Project? It's not a good place. To
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, the attic seems a little more hopeful, I suppose.
God, or should I draw cards? Ooh, I don't know what to do. Well...
Well, you can also do your actions in any order,
Yeah.
But I would say, in my limited experience with this, I wouldn't recommend moving to a new
yeah,
location
untapped.
as your first action, or I'm sorry, as your last action, because you don't want to move there, have a terrible thing appear, and then be out of actions. You know.
True,
Yeah.
But
I might actually take kind of a preparation turn. I know I led horribly with that,
wow.
but I'm
Skids
gonna.
O'Toole, I thought you were ready for any.
I'm ready for action
That
usually.
might be
Just
wise.
always
That
ready.
might
I
be
will
wise.
for my first action draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
For my second action, I'm gonna play Emergency Cash as well, following Blair's lead from the previous turn.
It's a good move.
So that's gonna be 3 more resources, and then to get ready, I will play Guard Dog for 3 resources. Which
Found a
will
dog.
help protect me. Yeah, I found a dog in this house with a hallway
Skids
under
are-
the room that we were lost in.
Nice. Yeah, I guess it's fine you bring your dog in.
Yeah, I know. I should have asked. Hey, I'm not. Skids O'Toole isn't the kindest person.
Whatever.
I'm not very considerate.
That's true.
Well,
All right, that will exhaust me.
Skids.
I think I'm ready to go. if
All
that's
right. Yeah.
I'm gonna brave the what was it, the cellar? Was it the lower location?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna go with the cellar?
I got my knife. I'm ready to go.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And then we
Waitress.
we flip the cellar card, correct? When somebody
Yes.
goes there. All right, and the cellar has 2 clue tokens per player.
Okay.
So we're gonna put 8 clues on the cellar.
Okay.
And the little flavor text on the cellar, your cellar seems to have been replaced with an underground network of icy tunnels and caverns. The cold chills you to the core. I'm doing some work on the cellar.
Doing like a beer cave kind of
It's
thing.
it's gonna be like a man cave. Totally
A really cold man
get
cave.
some cool. Gonna
For
get
the
this,
future man in your life.
gets this Red Bull mini fridge down there.
Shroud
gonna
value
be cool.
of 4 too.
Oh geez.
Yeah,
Well,
it's well shrouded.
I'm just
And then
I'm just a simple waitress. I don't.
we have this thing too, right? The forced action.
Yeah, if you enter the cellar, take 1 damage.
So
All right.
let's
Take a
get out
damage.
these tokens to describe what they are, because we have not
We
shown
haven't
those
seen
to our
them yet.
audience.
Yeah, yeah. So the red little heart here, that's the physical damage that you would take, and the blue brain is your horror damage.
Okay.
Which is
So-
not applicable at this time.
Right.
Right.
But with each of those, so
That goes on.
Agnes is taking 1 health damage. That goes there. Agnes has a limit of 6 health that she can take, and 8 psychic damage. She is the former witch, so she can take more that horror damage.
Which it looks like Sean starts out with all their health and subtracts. Is that how you play it? Or
Oh, that's
were
just
you
his
just
resources.
you were just doing like a cash pile over
Yeah,
there, so
I
you
was
didn't
just
have to
piling
reach?
up my
Oh.
resources there.
Oh, you're
That
talking
would be,
about over
yeah,
here.
I was gonna say that would be interesting. Like I never thought of that, to like start out with 6 tokens here and then
Oh,
take
right.
them away
Yeah,
as
That could be
you.
one. Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah. I put them over there just so I didn't have to
Yeah.
reach across.
Oh, I-
Sorry.
Sean
You're
wants
an
his own.
experienced
I'm just
player.
hoarding tokens.
Yeah.
Don't
That's all.
touch Sean's
This is my stuff.
tokens. All right,
Alright.
so you move. So that was just 1 action, right? You moved
Yep.
into the cellar.
Not feeling great about that. That 4 shroud is pretty hard for me. Yeah.
True.
I might.
Well, you could stock up on.
Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah,
draw.
you have other
Cars
things you can
or-
do.
Right. Okay.
Got my posse.
You have a whole crew. Yeah.
I'm
We're
rolling
rolling deep.
around with my
You
crew.
have a- just like
rolling
a-
deep. This is great.
Brought the whole library.
Yeah.
What?
I was just reading the chat.
I think I am going to just get this out of the way because I drew my weakness card, so I think I'm
Oh,
gonna,
yeah.
I'm gonna deal with that.
Okay.
So I spend 2 resources to deal with this dark memory.
Oh.
Now, so it's a weakness, and it says place 1 doom counter on the current agenda.
Ooh.
This effect can cause the current agenda to advance.
Okay.
If I left it in my hand at the end of my turn, I would have to take 2 horror. So it's pretty nasty. I just want to get it out of my hand.
So you chose the group punishment instead of
Yes.
taking
Yes.
it yourself. I
Yes,
see.
that's
Okay.
right.
Yep.
All right.
Whatever prisoner's dilemma or whatever you want to bring up here is very appropriate. I am
Wow.
selfishly acting.
Jeez.
but I'm in a cold cellar,
All right,
and I'm
Agnes.
very confused.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you gotta
No,
do what
that's
you
fair.
can.
No,
And then for my last action, just to be more selfish, I'm gonna get my trusty stray cat going.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look
Bring
at that.
more
Whoa.
animals.
So it costs me 1, and I can discard it to avoid an encounter with a non-elite enemy.
I'm glad you moved down to the
Okay.
cellar so it wouldn't be fighting with my dog in the hallway.
Well, yeah, we're keeping each other warm down in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cold cellar. So
He's got a cat and a knife.
yeah,
Pretty
I'm
good.
ready for anything.
He
good.
can take no horror, but he's
The cat,
good
yeah.
for some damage.
She's a simple
Right.
cat.
Oh, I heard
All
the
right,
cat
but
lives.
that's my 3. So
Okay. So it's just Stella now. So let's see. All right. We are going to first action. We will move to the cellar.
Real quick, before we move to your
My second trick.
gamer chair infested cellar,
Oh yeah.
the
um,
man cave.
that
Sponsored by RX
So-
Racer.
I have kind of a heart out, so I'm going to need to leave in just a moment. And I believe Christine will be taking over the chat because I have to go home and care for a pet with some medical needs. But before I go, would it be all right if we raffled off one more thing, or we got more things to raffle off, or do we want to space it out a little bit more?
Well, I guess we were going with the convention of.
Oh yeah, that's right.
as
We explained exactly how we were going to do this, and I ignored it, and then
You got excited about prizes.
I did.
That's understandable.
it's my favorite part of the job. Everyone giving away stuff for free, but that's okay. We need the positive vibes at the Mountains of Positive Vibes is the name of the story.
Yes,
And
classic
Fair
Lovecraft
enough.
stuff.
the Dun
Yeah.
Witch vibes.
Part of the Dune verse.
Yes. But anyways, that's it for me. Thank you for everybody who's watching. Thank you for everybody who came out to the painting contest today. Thank you guys for hosting this awesome stream. Christine, Nick, I will see you guys tomorrow.
On the other side.
Well, I'll see you at home unless
You
you
will.
sleep here. But
All right.
all right.
All right.
Bye, Elliot.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
If you felt like returning, feel free.
We'll be here.
I can go back.
It's all right.
I'm sure the audience would love it.
You want to have this conversation on stream?
Well, you know,
No, we'll see you. We'll see you tonight or Nick tomorrow.
Figure our dog has been let out for bare moments multiple times today.
Well, you should join the stream. Maybe you'll win a prize.
Exactly.
Oh,
Join us in the
you bring
chat.
your own con.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm marking the prize.
Good call. Thank
Nice call.
Stella's
So
in the
on in the
basement.
cellar. That was one action. Then I am going to use my mysterious raven. I had this bird. So I can actually, there's a little symbol here on some cards. It's like a little lightning bolt kind of thing. So that's I believe like an instant fast action. So you can do that for the most part at any time, or most times throughout the game, even on other players' turns. And it does not take an action to do. So I'll do that with the raven. And it says, discard the mysterious raven and take one horror. I get to discover one clue at my location.
Nice.
So that's what I'm going to do. I think that's worth it. It's free action. I take a horror, but I have 8, and I'm going to get a clue at this spot that has kind of a lot of shroud. So I think that's what Stella does. Stella is reckless. So that was one action. Or no, that was no action. That was free. So I've only taken one action.
Why do you have a raven in your basement?
It was under my hat, actually.
Oh, she
Yeah.
just kind of pops
Yeah,
off for
I
a
was like,
second.
whoop.
Nice.
Yeah. So I did that. So I got a clue. Then it's Shroud 4. My investigate is 2. So that's pretty rough. So I think what I'll have to do, I may just have to draw 2 cards. I need to try to draw into something that's gonna
Yeah.
help my. Well, let me draw 1. See if it's anything. Oh. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Okay, we won't play that. I'll draw another. And that's my 3rd action. Okay. Yep. Those are my actions. Kind of brought out my bird and draw some cards.
Cool.
All right.
So that's everyone's actions again, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got through another
Jeez.
cycle.
Okay. We reset our little action cards. We ready any exhausted things.
Yeah, because there still aren't any enemies on the board.
Yep, still no enemies. That Icy Ghoul guy just went away.
I got this knife for nothing.
Got a knife. Hey, no. It's good. That knife is going to come in handy.
I'm sure it will.
We then all draw a card from our deck and gain a resource. And then we all discard down to 8 if we have more. And then we're going to go to the next round.
Sweet.
Mythos Phase again.
Oh no.
Alright. Well, we have to put a doom counter on the agenda.
Which is going to advance
That's
it.
that's gonna trigger the advancement, and we hit our 3 doom.
You're welcome.
Yep. So read the backside of that.
That will be, your house continues to change before your very eyes. The walls have decayed, and the ground in many rooms has turned to dirt. It is almost as if you have been transported somewhere else entirely. Although every now and again you recognize elements of your former home. The lead investigator must decide and choose one. Either each investigator discards 1 card at random from his or her hand, or the lead investigator takes 2 horror.
Oh.
Oh wow. And you already took 1, right?
Yeah.
I'm good with discarding.
That's good.
Is that random?
At random.
At random is brutal. I trust Stella to make the right decision.
How many cards does everyone have?
3.
Okay.
I have 5.
You've got okay. I'm gonna take the 2 horror.
Wow. Putting
It's
the
a
team on your
lot,
back.
but I feel like with a big team here, you know, we've got the full 4 people. We've got all these librarians and cats and dogs. We can hopefully spread the horror damage around, you know, more the rest of the game.
It's true.
But just keep in mind, I'm slightly in psychic peril here.
You're losing it a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't want to. Yeah. Rather keep our hands, because honestly, we need a lot of help investigating this cellar, I think.
Okay.
All right.
So then we
Draw.
do the encounter deck.
Yep. Each draw a card from the encounter deck.
Alrighty. I got a ghoul minion. Humanoid monster ghoul. And then there's an H.P. Lovecraft quote.
Fair enough. So
Yeah,
that
we don't
is
need
now engaged with you.
Ouch.
So now you have an enemy engaged with you. So if you do any action other than attack, evade, or I believe it's not parry, but it's some other action like a parry. If you do any action but any of those right now, because you're engaged, the ghoul will get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So, because you're engaged, you're pretty much going to want to either try to fight or flee. Otherwise, the ghoul's going to get a free attack at you.
If he attacks me, can I choose that he attacks my ally instead? Because my guard dog has, when an enemy attack deals damage to guard dog, deal 1 damage to attacking enemy.
Yeah. So anytime you take physical or mental damage, you can apply that damage to an ally instead of your character.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you got a ghoul on you, but we'll get to the ghoul when we're in the investigation phase. So now I will pull one for me. Sean, would you mind pulling another card for me? All right. Now I have dissonant voices.
Oh boy.
Yikes.
Revelation. Put dissonant voices into play in your threat area. You cannot play assets or events. Oh.
Oh wow.
At the end of the round, I get to discard this. Oh. Okay, so I am just hearing voices, and I can't play any assets or events for the round.
Great.
I am in terror. Okay, that's pretty rough.
You could still investigate, I guess.
I can
Yeah.
still investigate. I guess
You
I could
draw.
play allies or item. Well, yeah.
You
or I
could
don't know
draw.
if those are
You
assets,
could
but
get
yeah.
resources.
Yeah.
Doesn't totally eat your turn. But
Right.
Yeah.
that's pretty
No
rough.
assets or events.
Okay.
Yeah. At least it wasn't psychic damage.
All right, let's see what
All
I
right.
get. It's the most fun stuff.
what-
I'm gonna.
Good stuff.
Oh boy.
It is a ghoul minion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also
Another
a ghoul for
humanoid
you.
monster ghoul. There is also an H.P. Lovecraft quote on here.
Okay.
Yep, that's it.
All right.
All right, so it's on me.
So
So
where
you
does
gotta
it
do-
spawn anywhere? It just definitely spawns to Blair.
It doesn't
It
say
spawns a
any-
blur, yeah. It doesn't
Yeah.
have a
Okay.
It
location
doesn't
printed
have
on
the
it.
spawn.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
And
Could
Christine.
someone get me a
Oh, yes. Sorry about that.
All right, Sean, you're the closest.
encounter
That's
card?
all right.
Oh no! Ravenous ghoul.
Oh.
All these
Humanoid
Oh my
monster
God.
ghoul. Prey. Lowest remaining health. So I think it has to go to the person with lowest remaining health.
Yeah.
Which-
I'm at 5.
At the location or in general?
Let me double check. I can't remember if that's when it first spawns or if that only comes into play on the.
Who it preys
I
upon.
think in
Yeah.
general that's going to be you either way, Christine.
Yeah.
Because you have 5 as
5
opposed
health.
to 8, 8, and 6.
Yeah. So, my flavor text. The sight of the thing raised the question, do we eat to live or do we live to eat?
Wow. Lots of enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal. Really makes you
Okay,
think.
so yeah, the prey doesn't have effect on where it will spawn, so it's still going to spawn at that location that you're on. But if from there it has a, I guess the wording here is if an enemy is about to automatically engage an investigator as location, but it has multiple options of who to engage, it will engage the enemy or the investigator who best meets the prey instructions.
Okay. Cool,
So,
cool.
so that seems right. It's
Yeah.
gonna be on you either way here.
Alrighty. I've got a ghoul.
Yeah.
You and your librarian team.
So this is something. Everyone has a ghoul, and I am hearing voices.
This certainly did escalate.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
All right.
This is even
Didn't
what I
even
was
go to the
referring
attic
to.
yet.
Yeah. All right. So who wants to begin? I mean,
I'm ready to. I'm
I
ready
mean,
to
you got a
stab
knife.
ghoul. Yeah.
What can I do? I can't do assets or events. Oh, look at that. My whole hand. Oh.
I'll go first if nobody wants
I
to.
guess I could fight someone. Okay, yeah.
I'm going to fight.
Do it, Skids.
All right.
Skins is
First
ready.
action, I'm going to play a knife.
Hey, nice.
Does that attack an opportunity?
So that would. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's all right because it'll damage my guard dog, and
Okay.
my guard dog will attack the ghoul for 1, putting it
Gotcha.
down to 1 health.
Okay.
And then I will, not to let my dog do all the work by itself, I will go ahead and attack with the knife. The knife has an action fight. You get +1 for this attack with my base attack of 3.
Okay.
So coming at the ghoul for 4. Its value is only 2, so hopefully this goes well for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the good one. Automatically pass. On top of that, I have effect is +2. If you succeed, gain 2 resources.
Woo,
which I
nice.
will.
Nice.
So that's going to be 2 resources for Skids. And then I,
Did all 2 damage that you needed to the ghoul.
yep, beat down the ghoul. And the ghoul is gone.
Nice.
Skids uses every part of the ghoul.
Yeah.
Very economical.
Mhm.
All right, and I still have 1 action.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw a card.
Seems good.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a lot of work.
There we
Nicely
go.
done.
Awesome. And that'll
Alright.
end my turn.
Okay.
Skids is exhausted.
Anyone else feeling ready to do? Yeah, how was your turn looking there,
Well,
Stella?
Stella.
I don't. I guess I'm thinking my
We made it
best
so far.
I'm sorry.
action.
Oh, forgot to put this back in the bag.
Well, let's see if I can help with fighting at all. That could be a thing, but I actually don't know how. Do either of you know how fighting works with when multiple people are at the location? Can I engage that ghoul as well that's in the cellar?
Not sure off the top
Okay,
of my head.
that's okay. I'll
I
look.
think you can.
Okay.
So
If someone else wants to go, I can
yeah, if
double
you want to
check.
look that up, I
Yeah.
will go. All right.
'Cause again, I've been playing solo.
Taking stock. All right, so I've got a ghoul, but I'm not a very strong fighter. But I have no investigating that I can do here, and I'm a good investigator. So I should probably move, but then I'm going to move my ghoul, but then maybe Stella's going to help me out.
You
down
can bring
in
your
the
ghoul to the
cellar.
cellar, too.
We already got a ghoul down here. I don't know
Yeah.
if we
We're
need
just
more.
like shouting for, come down here. We got ghoul too. Just bring it.
I could see how I
Bring
do
them all in there.
if I can handle the ghoul on my own, and then maybe you can go help. I'm sorry, what was her name again?
Daisy.
Daisy. Yeah.
Daisy,
Okay.
but if we want to use me for investigation, like I need to get to where we need to investigate.
Right.
'cause
That's-
right
oh,
now,
that's true.
I have nothing to investigate.
So
But if
should
I go up to the attic by myself, that's going to be, and it would take.
You can evade the ghoul too.
That's true.
That's
That's very true.
potential.
And that is also good because, if I'm not mistaken, if you successfully evade, the ghoul becomes exhausted. So it'll take a whole another round to be able to engage someone else.
And is that like an agility check, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Okay.
And this guy, you need to meet or exceed a 3 to.
Which I have a
evade.
2.
Okay.
I'm there with a
And,
knife
but
already, so I can deal with
I
the
have a
ghoul.
card I can do that with.
Okay.
And I did just clarify here, there's no limit on the number of enemies that can be... Oh, well, I read that wrong. Okay, never mind, I'm still looking for the answer to my
Alright.
question.
So yeah, I'm gonna attempt to evade, which
Okay.
I have never done. So this is gonna be new for me. So
Yeah.
it's a skill check, right?
Right. Of
Alright.
the agility.
So I have manual dexterity. That puts me up to a 4.
Okay.
Okay. You gotta beat a 3.
I've got to beat a 3. If anyone, Skids wants to help.
Skids has got you. We're gonna give you another one.
All right,
Nice.
so that puts me at 5.
Seems pretty good.
Okay.
0.
Nice.
Woo.
Yeah.
Get that ghoul out of
Evade.
here.
Get tired, ghoul.
Get your hands off me, you
Cool.
damn dirty ghoul.
So I successfully evaded it. I dodged.
So yeah, that event, he's exhausted. Yep.
So, but he's still attached to me, right?
Right.
Okay.
So he's just still... Well, no, sorry. He's just at the location.
Okay, so he's
just
not
in the
attached to
hallway
me
now.
anymore. I
Right.
evaded him.
Yep.
Okay, so now I'm going to go down to the cellar. And that's an action, right?
Right, to move.
Down to the cellar.
All right, and in the cellar, I am going to investigate.
Cool.
And so I actually have a 6 investigating a shroud of 4 because I've got my pal here, Dr. Mylan Christopher. So, I mean, it's going to be tough. This is going to be a serious investigation. I've got a -2. I got it.
Yeah.
Because
Nice.
6 minus 2 is 4, and I still get it. And I get a resource because I passed.
Nice.
So yeah, I got a clue, guys, and that ends my turn.
Daisy's putting in the work. Alright. Did you figure out what's going on with the
Yeah, so I think I can just choose to fight
The enemy.
Well, no, I don't know. Because it seems like the enemy can only be in one player's threat area.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, sorry. An investigator may perform the engage action to engage an enemy that is engaged with a different investigator at the same location. The enemy simultaneously disengages from the previous investigator and engages the investigator.
So you take over
performing
the
action.
engagement essentially.
Right. But it is like a separate action, so that would be one action to draw the aggro,
Yeah.
and then
Get the little
later I can attack.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I guess if I think it would probably make most sense, you take a stab at it,
Mhm.
and then if it's still standing, I'll try to do the same.
Sure.
Got
Me
that
and-
knife.
makes
Me
sense,
and my
yeah.
knife, yeah. Alright, yeah.
I got the
And,
knife. It worked out well for me.
Yeah. Alright. I'll go
Before
ahead.
we do that, Kyle says that what he really enjoys about this game is how on your toes it keeps you at all times, but
Oh,
when
yeah.
you accomplish
yeah.
something, it feels real big.
I agree.
Yeah.
I got that quote totally wrong, Kyle, but I mean, the sentiment was right.
It's about the feeling.
Quote, Kyle.
All right, I'm gonna stab this ghoul.
Do it.
Stab the ghoul.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so-
take a quick break. I'll be right back.
So just so you can read it, your knife has a fight action.
Right.
So you can use the knife to get +1.
Be +1. Yeah,
or
so you're.
discard it to get +2. I
Yeah.
will just use the +1.
All right,
I
so
wanna
base
hold
of
on.
3. You need a hit of 2, so
Yeah. I don't
minus
think I-
1 or better will
Alright.
improve it.
Don't think I have any. Okay.
You can use your knife repeatedly with that one too.
Okay.
Right.
Let's see what I get.
And I don't think the thing attacks until the enemy phase.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
The skull.
That's just -1.
Minus 1.
Because it's minus the number of ghouls that you're.
Yeah, so you
okay.
still succeed.
All right, awesome.
Nice.
There we go. It
That
just
deals
looks so
1
scary.
damage to it, so it's got 1 health remaining.
Okay.
I'll run it. I'll run it again. Let's try it again.
Just gotta go back in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. All right.
Okay. Good
Let's see if I can
stab.
get another one.
Yeah, because if it's still alive, whoever's is engaged with it would do 1 physical and 1 mental damage too.
Right.
All right, we got a -2. Okay,
Okay.
well, I'm going to play this reaction.
Oh.
Or event. Lucky. And I'm going to add 2 to my
Ooh.
skill check.
Nice. Okay.
So
Well, you're
negate
lucky
the
there.
-2.
Yeah, when you would fail a skill test. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Perfect.
So
Kill the ghoul
that
minion.
ghoul.
Nice. And I was, I don't know if I said this explicitly, but I guess
Mhm.
we all, if not, we all just knew this or figured it out. But committing cards to bump up your skill test has to be done before.
Before you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
We can do that because they're keyword fast.
Right. But that was a
Yes.
fast card that's like a reaction.
Right.
Cool. Okay, nice.
That's like giant growth if you
Yep.
play any
It's
Magic
like
the
magic.
Gathering. It's just
heard
like
of it.
Magic.
This is. Okay, so you have 1 action left, I think?
Yeah, I'll play an asset, I think. I'm gonna get my arcane studies going. So it allows me to spend resources to pump up willpower and knowledge or whatever
Okay,
checks and
nice.
checks. So I figure that'll be good for
Yeah.
investigating. 'Cause
Help
I'm,
you investigate.
once again, just a waitress
Mhm.
here. Out of my
Okay.
depth in terms of all that book learning.
Sweet.
That's my 3 actions.
Okay. So, here I am, hearing dissonant voices. I cannot play assets or events, but that's okay, because the ghoul is gone. So, I'll try to find a way to investigate here. It's got a Shroud of 4, which is pretty high, and I'm not the best investigator. So I think I'll start by drawing a card for 1 action. See what I can draw. And I'm gonna draw 1 more card. Okay. Man. And then I'll try to investigate. Oh, no, that's. I don't know. Actually.
I should let you fight the ghoul.
The ghouls are all gone. Oh. Man. This is a little rough.
Do you bring in the sandwich board sign?
Yeah,
Okay.
Elliot brought it in.
Cool.
I don't know if I can even succeed at investigating here right now.
It's alright if you just take a little prep turn.
I guess.
You're dealing with some stuff,
Yeah.
some mental health.
Well, do you two think
I'm not able
I
to
could
Next
also
time.
I could also just head back to the hallway and get a jump on going in the attic?
Sure.
Sure, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that.
While Nick is moving around the house, or as Stella moves around the house, there's a question in the chat.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you feel like this is the type of co-op game that one person can end up quarterbacking?
Good question. I
I don't.
I don't know, because I mean,
Mm-mm.
like, I don't think it's not really, because there is, I think everyone has enough hidden information with the cards in their hand.
Right.
And then also the encounter deck. The fact that each player is drawing one scenario card at the beginning of each round.
Right.
I mean, you could go into the round with a perfect plan of like, okay, we're going to go here, investigate, kill this thing, boom, it's going to be great. And then you flip those encounter cards and it throws your whole plan off.
Yep.
So I think there's enough randomity there to...
Well, and something we said off camera before we started the stream, was that you can't just read directly from your cards. You can't just say, okay, I have this in my hand, and if you go here, I can have
give you
this.
plus
Yeah.
2 or whatever.
Right.
You
Yeah.
have to be a little vague.
You have to be in character.
It encourages
so,
role playing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can say, I can help you fight, or I can help investigate, but yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it
yeah.
feels like there's like just enough complexity to it where one person can't just like, have everything in their head enough to confidently tell other people what to do all the time, which I think is good.
Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
discourage that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. There's
there
your
we
answer.
go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we're done with the investigator phase again, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So we're on to the enemy phase. We've killed all the enemies, so nothing there.
Well, that guy,
Or-
Yeah, does that thing do anything?
right,
It
sorry.
says enemies with the hunter keyword move towards the nearest investigator. It doesn't have the hunter keyword though, so
Yeah.
Right. So I believe that guy is going to like ready, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, actually that'll happen in the upkeep phase. So
Okay,
nothing
he's just
happens.
exhausted
Yep,
still.
So he's exhausted. So we skip the enemy phase. Now in the upkeep phase, we reset our actions and we ready any exhausted things, which includes that
okay.
that guy. And I believe since he's now unexhausted, this is where the hunter keyword would come into play, which
it
would
says that's
make-
in the enemy phase.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be the following round then. He would go after somebody.
That is.
Plus, he doesn't actually have the
That is-
hunter keyword.
Oh,
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, then he just hangs out there.
Oh,
True.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we ready the cards. We draw a card and gain a resource.
He just hangs out in the hallway,
Yeah, I
avoiding
believe so.
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm missing something there, but yeah, I believe he does. So we all draw one.
Yep. Gain a resource.
Gain a resource.
I got you, Christy.
Thank
You're
you.
Bubba.
Sorry, I messed something up.
Oh.
So it's okay. It doesn't affect our gameplay really.
Mhm.
But I drew on my last draw. I drew my weakness, the Necronomicon, and it has Revelation as its keyword, which I think means I need to play it right away.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I have to put the Necronomicon into play in my threat area with 3 horror on it. It cannot leave play while it has 1 or more horror on it. Treat each star that I reveal on a chaos token as the automatic fail.
Oh.
Gosh.
Also, one small thing I think we missed too. Cellar has forced after you enter cellar, take 1 damage. So I think Nick and
Oh,
Christine would
I will
also
take
have
it.
1 damage
Yep.
for entering the cellar.
Yep.
Sorry, I just caught that now.
And then there is the little arrow.
For an action
Activate
keyword or
an ability on a card. It says move 1 horror from the Necronomicon to Daisy Walker. Then, if the Necronomicon has no horror on it, discard it.
Okay, so that's rough. So that
Yeah,
thing's going to take
that's
away
my
your
weakness.
auto successes,
Yes.
but you could move the horror from it to you if you
Yes.
want to get rid of it.
Yep.
Wow.
Nasty.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Why were you carrying around that book?
Right?
She
Why
went in the
was I?
restricted section, right?
I
You were
went
like-
to the restricted section. We heard
Oh.
it. We heard it in the beginning.
Jeez.
All right, so that should have been in play that whole time, but
Gotcha.
unless I wanted to use an action to move horror to me. So
Oh,
Okay.
even
it doesn't
takes an
really
action.
because
Oh,
I
geez.
didn't draw my automatic win.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's pretty nasty.
That is rough. I mean,
Alright.
it is the most evil book, in the world.
Mhm,
True.
It is.
Okay. So I think that's the upkeep phase. I believe everyone got their card and their resource.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the next round, we will add another Doom counter to the agenda. And we all get to draw another
From the encounter deck.
encounter card.
Sweet.
Let's see what we have.
Skid's got it.
I got Grasping Hands, Revelation, take an agility test 3. For each point you fail, take 1 damage.
Okay.
So my base agility is 4. I'm just going to take it straight up, I guess.
Dissonant Voices gets discarded at the end of the round.
Nice.
Sweet.
I can hear again.
So that's going to be -2. So I fail by 1 and take 1 damage.
Bummer.
Alrighty. And Nick, did you draw a card already?
Nope.
There you are.
Thanks. Frozen in Fear. Revelation. Put Frozen in Fear. Am I going to be stuck again? Put Frozen in Fear into your play under your threat area. The first time you perform one of the following actions, move, fight, or evade. Each round, it costs 1 additional action.
Oh.
At the end of my turn, I test 3 willpower, and if I succeed, I discard Frozen in Fear.
Great.
All right.
Some leader you
Frozen
are.
in Fear.
Yikes.
They're just taking all the hits for us.
Just
you
used
know?
to delivering the mail.
All right.
All right.
One for
One
Blair.
for Blair.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you, Nick. I've got, Crypt Chill back again.
Mm.
So it's a hazard. It's a revelation. I have to test for willpower. If I fail, choose and discard an asset I control. If not, take 2 damage.
Okay.
So what's your willpower?
My willpower is 2, I think.
No, it's 5.
5?
It's the big brain.
God, I'm so willful. Great. Well, then I'll just... So, I can spend resources with arcane...
Right.
What, studies? Yeah.
Yep.
Would I do that before I draw the card, the token, though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll spend 1. I'll put
Yeah.
that once.
Seems safe.
Just to be safe. Yeah.
So now you're at a 6.
I'm at a 6 against the 4.
Yeah.
See
I
what
feel
we
like
got.
having an advantage of 2 is
It's
calling it
solid.
safe.
Well,
Did
it
I
wasn't
speak too
enough.
No.
That's a -3.
Of course.
You gotta
Um,
discard an asset.
I hate to say it, but I think my cat's got to go.
Oh!
I need that knife. I'm sorry, little guy. Well, according to the card, he never
It's
came if I
Scamper
called for him anyway.
No.
It
It's a
always seemed like he
stray.
had his own agenda.
It's moved on.
And for those on the stream that couldn't see, he has like scary red glowing eyes.
True.
So I don't know how much of my cat it was in the first place.
Oh, my turn.
Show
Oh,
me.
no. Swarm of rats.
Don't you hate it
It's
when
a
that happens?
creature.
The cat.
That's right. You discovered the cat. It's a
gosh.
hunter. So it's going to move to wherever, right?
I think to wherever.
Yeah, wherever
yep,
there's
the nearest investigator.
Yep.
Yep.
So the flavor text: a horde of cruel rats skitters forth from an undulating wave of claws, teeth, and mottled fur.
Okay, so now it's in your threat area.
Yes.
You have a lot of work to do in this house, Nick.
Me?
This
Place is a mess.
The
Yeah.
fixer upper,
You got it for a good price. I'm
handyman
sure.
special on this one.
I bet Arkham's real estate market's pretty easy to get stuff.
Yeah,
in.
it was a good price. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. So where do we begin?
All right.
Great
I
question.
feel like I need to get some clues. Like
Yeah.
I don't really even want to evade these rats. They're not
Oh.
that toxic, right?
I can. Well, everything you do besides fighting them or running away from them, they're going to do damage to
They're
you.
gonna attack.
So if you investigate down there without something happening to them,
I can engage them though, because I'm still down there with you.
True.
Okay.
I can
Pull 'em off.
stab some rats.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What are their stats?
they punch value of 1, so they seem
Yeah.
very
They
killable.
only
Yeah.
take one. It only
you got
takes
that
one
knife.
to kill them.
Okay.
Do you mind if you want me to
So
just get
maybe
those rats?
yeah, if you can take care of the rats, I can
Hey,
I
waitress.
can use my intellect.
Get these rats off.
Wasn't in the job description, but you kill plenty of rats.
Other
in the
duties
shop.
as
You
assigned.
gotta do, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
All right, so does that mean you're going first then?
I guess so, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me take a stab.
You can
at
help.
rats.
So the if I'm understanding correct, you have to take one action to engage them.
Okay.
Because
Yes.
they're engaged with someone else, so that's one
All
action.
right.
So fight is action 2.
Yeah.
I assume you're using your knife for the +1.
I sure am.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be what? 3.
You have
against
3
one?
currently against 1, so -2 or better will kill the rats.
That is a -1.
Very nice.
Nice.
The rats are dead.
Woo! Take care of that. You stabbed
Thank
the
you.
whole horde of
Oh,
rats.
we're
Yeah,
gonna
just
call
one-
you
you
the
just went-
exterminator.
Just one stab.
The diner you worked at had tons of them. So
Taught,
you're just
taught you well.
Yeah.
Well
I'm just
equipped.
imagining her like with all the like people in the back of the house
Back
at
of
the
the
restaurant, and they're all like cowering in a corner, and she's like, oh, let me get
Rats
Making it
are
like a
good.
kebab out of rats.
that. Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yummy.
And then I'll just for my third action, I'll just draw a card.
Right.
Okay.
Awesome. It's my other weakness.
Oh no.
Revelation.
It's my paranoia. So when I reveal it, when I draw it, and I lose all my resources.
Oh.
It could be worse.
Jesus.
It could be worse. But yeah.
Yeah.
And then
That's
that
what I
goes
get
away
for-
now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
just
I
goes
get for being
away. then.
helpful.
Paranoid.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Well, you're
at least you
free
got through both of
Hey.
your problems.
Yeah, really early. That's
Yeah.
true. I'll be
That's true.
ready to go.
All right.
They're all in the rear view
So
mirror
are we
now.
ready for me to investigate? I think
Yeah.
the folks at home are probably ready for me to investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it. Do
All right.
it.
So I'm at a 6. Let's see. Is there anything I want to do? Oh yeah. Okay. So I will play an event because I can. Maybe I won't. I might save that. I'm gonna investigate first. Okay. So I'm at a 6. I'm just gonna straight up investigate. I got a grave token, which is -2. If there is a ghoul enemy at your location, take 1 damage, but there is not. So I still pass because that is that leaves me at 4. I'm gonna investigate again, and I get a resource because of my pal. This is -1. That's a 5, so I get another clue
Nice.
Sweet.
and a resource.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, there was something on my lap. All right, and then I did not put that back nicely. And then how many are left? 4.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Got to think about what I'm going to do with this last action. I'm going to take a chance because you know what? This is a stream. This is a game of chances. I am drawn to the flame.
Whoa.
So, draw the top card from the encounter deck. Then discover 2 clues
Oh,
at your
Lord.
location.
Wow. All right.
Swarm of rats!
Ah. Oh my.
All right, so I've got I revealed another swarm of rats, but
I'm gonna be
I-
pest control
2
again.
clues.
I got
is-
2 clues.
I mean that
Nice.
is-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like the swarm of rats is probably the best thing I could have
Yeah,
gotten.
Swarm Rats is not too bad.
Yeah.
Swarm Rats feels like a solvable problem.
I like. Yeah. Well, I like. Yeah. You just like find these other clues and the rats come out, and then you're like, Agnes, you can take care of these again, right?
Right.
You
Exactly.
can stab these again, surely. Okay. That was your whole turn, right? Okay. Well,
That was everything.
I mean, hey, that's one way to get some clues.
It could be worse.
Would you like to go first, Stella?
Well, not
Particularly?
well.
I can go first if you
Yeah,
want.
why don't you go first? I am frozen in fear.
All right,
so,
sounds
so
good.
I need to kind of wait and see what happens, I think.
Well, I am going to, for my first action, play Flashlights
Very good.
for 2, which has 3 supplies on it. And that makes my investigates better. For my second action, I'm going to move up to the attic. See what's going on there. That's force after you enter the attic, take 1 horror.
Ooh.
So I do take a horror entering the attic. That has 8 clue tokens. Trooper
Only,
player.
Yeah,
And only in a shroud value of 1.
that's good.
So
That's what
that's
we're gonna do, investigate.
seems a whole lot easier to deal with than the basement.
Oh god.
I lost one.
That's all right.
Find it in a second. Sorry.
I want to know what the chat would choose, the attic or the cellar first. What was that's we should have taken a poll.
Yeah, we should.
And
have.
I
mean, now
will.
they've seen the
I think
secret,
people
but-
were upset when
we
I
went.
suggested that we go to the attic.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Some
they didn't
people
like that.
were near rioting.
Oh,
Questioning your decision making.
I'm
when
gonna
I
go
said
ahead and
the
use
attic is the best place to go.
1 charge off the flashlight, which is spend 1 supply, investigate your location, gets -2 shroud for this investigation.
Oh.
So it's gonna be -1.
oh.
Nice. That's a skill
And
set.
my investigation is 3, so this is almost assuredly
It's got to
gonna
be like
happen.
a mag light, right? That's a good flash.
0. So yeah, I'm going to get a clue token,
Woo.
Nice.
and that's my 3 actions.
So we have 2 votes for attic, but I feel
Okay.
like now they
Now
know.
you've seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
I'd get out of that cellar soon if I were y'all.
So
We're just chilling.
here's
the
the
rats.
thing. Well,
Rats
I
in the
guess the
cellar
attic
and the
is
silver
closer to. Okay.
spoons.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Classic.
So I'm still frozen in fear. So that's gonna make my move,
I love the
move, fight, or evade
rats.
cost 1 additional. So
Would
that's
have been better with more
freaking.
rats.
My favorite
That's
trauma
terrible.
film.
So I'm gonna start
You could almost do like the rat. unit.
by
That doesn't work though.
playing this ally. We've got Granny Orn.
Oh, Granny.
Nice.
Cost me 4 resources. Bring out my granny. She was hanging out at home.
she was just up in the attic.
She was in the hallway.
Oh, you're in the hallway.
She was in the pantry or something.
Yeah.
So, she gives me +1 willpower. You know,
Like,
Granny keeps
like all
us in-
grandmas do.
Also, Granny Orn, her like subtext here is tough old bird. She's a tough
There it
old
is.
bird.
Jesus.
You know, the library where I work is named for her.
Really?
The Orn Library.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all the
The
grandmas
photo
in
of
the
her
world.
is like she's got like a crazy, like, you know, she's solving a mystery map. So she's a tough old bird. Anyway, she gives me +1 willpower. She also gives me an action or an ability. When an investigator at your location would fail a skill test, I can exhaust the granny, and that investigator fails by either 1 less or 1 more. I don't know why you'd want to do by 1 more. There must be some reason.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
she also has 1 health and 3 mental health.
Yeah.
So honestly,
she's mentally
it's kind of why
she's got mental
I want her hanging
fortitude.
out because I'm a little
She's very well
mentally
for her age, for sure.
taxed right now.
Oh yeah, I should have taken the damage here.
So
Shoot.
then I'm gonna also, along with
That card does
Granny,
nothing for me. except
Granny
for
brought
meat shield
along
at
this
point.
18 Derringer. So
Whoa.
I've got a gun. It's gonna
Granny's
cost-
packing heat.
It's gonna cost my last 3. So I've got a gun now.
And that one's got 2 ammo.
Oh yeah, yep. So that's got 2 ammo. And then I'm just gonna my last action, you know, because I'm kind of frozen in fear still. I'm just gonna take a resource, so I have another, because I spent it all just now. And I'm just gonna wait in the hallway, and hopefully, I can not be frozen in fear next round.
That'd be good.
All right, how many clues do we need? We need what?
12.
12. Okay, and we've got 5, 6. All right, we're
7.
halfway there. 7.
7.
We're over halfway.
Yes.
All right.
And the attic is much, you know, only 1 shroud there, so
Yeah.
that'll be a little easier to.
I get it. I
To
gotta get up there.
investigate,
That's more my
hopefully.
speed.
Yeah.
All
Well, you
right.
gotta deal with this swarm of rats.
Enemy phase, the swarm of rats.
They're going to take an action on me.
Yeah,
But
they,
I've got my meat shield. I
yeah,
remembered.
They do 1 damage, which
Yup.
you're gonna assign to your librarian.
Yep.
Does that kill him?
Get
Yep.
out of here, research librarian. You do
Some of
nothing
these
for me
rats.
now. So, the research librarian, their flavor text, there have been problems at the Orn Library, as we both know, given poor Armitage's condition and the other unrelated incidents of a few years ago. Ominous. All right, well, you're dead now.
Wow. Cool. So those rats killed that librarian.
And then they are tapped, right? They're exhausted. Or-
Yeah, I believe.
I think it's just if you evade them,
Yeah,
isn't
Oh.
it?
yeah. I think they just stay there.
Wow.
I
Okay.
think.
They're out for blood.
Yeah. I mean, I guess either way
Until
they would ready at that
Yeah.
upkeep phase. So
Yeah. Upkeep phase.
Yep. We reset our
Flips up.
actions. Ready any exhaust cards.
We draw a card and a resource.
Oh wow.
Just a random question here. Not at all because I drew a card.
No.
The Revelations. Play those immediately when you
Yeah.
draw it.
Yep.
All right, everyone. I am called by the mists.
Oh no.
Oh.
This is a curse. I put it in my threat area. After you initiate a skill test with a difficulty 4 or higher, I take 1 damage. I can take 2 actions to discard Called by the Mists. So, that's a thing.
All right.
Yeah. Also, I think I was supposed to do this at the end of my turn, not at the end of the round. This Frozen in Fear test.
Oh.
So sorry, I forgot that. So let me see if I can
Sure.
remove my Frozen in Fear. I got a test against 3 willpower. My base willpower is 3, although actually 4 with Granny. And we're going to discard. I really don't want to risk it at all. So I'm gonna discard 2 cards to that to bump it up by 2.
Sweet.
So I'm at a 6
Okay.
against the 3.
Not bad.
Because I just don't want to be frozen in fear.
Reasonable.
Yeah. 0.
Nice.
All right. So I can get rid of the frozen in fear at least.
That's good.
Now I just have to deal with being called by the mists.
And from the chat, question from Kyle: what is another IP or direction you would like to see Fantasy Flight Games Living Card Game go?
Oh, jeez.
So far, the number 1 answer is Simpsons.
Bring back Netrunner.
No.
Although that's not happening.
Yeah. God.
That's my legitimate
Yeah.
answer, even though it's an impossible one.
Do a like not
I mean,
Netrunner.
Yeah, some
TM,
other just
you know, some
cyber
Yeah,
punk thing.
Android Hackers, the card
Yeah.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that,
That
would
would
be
be sweet.
cool.
Yeah. God, that game was so good.
That game is amazing.
Because, yeah, I don't know. Something where you're... I mean, right now, Fantasy Flight has Arkham Horror, they have Marvel Champions, and then they also have the Lord of the Rings living card game.
Yeah, I think
So,
those
yeah,
are the
I don't
only
know.
ones
I
they're
mean,
doing. They're all co-ops now, too,
I'd have to
which is
think.
kind of interesting.
Game of Thrones.
How about Jurassic Park?
There you go.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Are they still
Different
making the Game of Thrones game?
locations. I haven't seen anything new for a while, but I
Yeah.
know, definitely last year I remember seeing stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I've seen anything recently. But
Jurassic Park. Would be
Jurassic
very
Park?
Cool.
Yeah.
cool
Yeah.
different characters. You got,
A lot of great dinosaurs.
yeah.
Dune.
stuff could pop
Dune.
Elliot's not here anymore.
Dune.
But he would
Dune.
definitely
Yeah.
third that one.
He's in the chat.
I
so
want to
you
be
are
a sandworm.
speaking directly to
Oh,
Elliot.
Well, Elliot. Dune.
Yeah.
That one's for you.
But yeah, I don't know.
I really like the idea of Jurassic Park. I think.
There we go. Hire me, Fantasy Flight.
That's right.
Mr. Flight, Ted
Yes.
Flight. If you're listening, the first idea is free, but the rest you gotta pay for.
That's right.
All right.
I think
There's
we
more
added
good
our
ideas in
Doom token.
All right.
Boom.
How many does it take to advance this one? Is it
7.
7.
Oh wow.
2.
Oh, also, I don't know if did we? Oh yeah, we did mention. Well, there's one little thing on our act card here for this one. Oops. So we do need the 12 clues, but for this act, when the round ends, investigators in the hallway may, as a group, spend the requisite number of clues to advance. So we have to be in the hallway
Yeah.
at the end of the round
To
to,
get rid of
make
that
this one
barrier,
work.
yeah.
Okay.
So you have to take your move action into account.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Good to know. So we
Cool.
all have to be along. Okay.
You all have to gather in the hallway to break the barrier.
All right.
Makes sense.
So
Yep.
Mythos.
So
time.
yeah.
Mythos.
We love it.
I have Ancient Evils, Revelation. Ancient Emos.
That's terrifying.
No.
Yeah,
We're talking about Jawbreaker.
Yeah.
Early 2000s.
Oh no,
No,
Minerals
the 80s,
here.
if we were ancient emos.
Yeah.
Ancient
true.
emos.
Revelation. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. This effect can cause the current agenda to advance, so we
Okay,
get another
so just a
Doom.
bonus Doom.
Doom, doom, doom,
Those are
doom.
Those 40-year-old emos.
Yeah. Oh,
All
God.
right.
And nothing scarier than that.
Thank you.
We're
Not
gonna deal
even
everybody
Rotting
one right
Remains,
now.
my favorite emo band. It's a terror revelation. I have to test 3 willpower, and I take a horror for every point I fail by, I take a horror. So it's a willpower 3. I think I just spent some willpower. Okay, well, I've got Granny. She gives me a 4 willpower altogether. Yeah, I really...
You need willpower?
I've got one.
Oh, wait,
I
I'm
can-
not with you anyway.
Yeah, I'm in the
Yeah.
hallway. I'll spend 1.
Okay.
So I'm up at 5 willpower, testing against 3. The
We have
rotting
faith.
remains.
Easy.
Plus 1.
Wow! All
Those
right.
Easy.
Very
Those
well powered.
remains like made me feel better. You know, I was like, hey,
It wasn't you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Remains me once.
I also am witnessing some rotting
Oh.
remains. So there's a lot of. We really need to talk about how you keep your house
Maid,
after this is
Filthy.
over.
maid's day off.
Yeah. So 3.
This way.
I am with you now. So.
Oh, true. Yeah. Well, I'm at what 5 for that.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
have
your
quite a bit.
willpower is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You need to beat a 3.
It's pretty good.
I'll throw away my 1 card, my dig deep there, to get 1 more, just to be really safe about
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
You never know what could happen.
Yeah.
We're dealing with
Horror
unknowable
alerts.
horrors, yeah,
Yeah.
like dead bodies.
And rats.
A -1. All right.
All right.
I was a little cautious, but
I mean, hey,
hey, we're all good. All right, that's
you
mine.
saved. You made it.
Christine, what's yours?
All right. Dissonant voices.
Oh, no.
Revelation. Put dissonant voices into play in your threat area. You cannot play assets or events forced at the end of the round. Discard dissonant voices.
So no assets or events.
Not too bad because it doesn't affect investigating.
Yeah.
So I feel like one of the better things that you could have done
Yep.
or gotten.
All right.
I like to imagine it's
Then-
just some like headphones playing some like, Slipknot or
Some
something.
dissonant voices.
Yeah. 1920s, that would drive anyone crazy.
That's true. What is this? All right. So now it's our turn.
Yep.
Now it's time to
Who
investigate.
should begin?
I can investigate up in the attic if people want.
Sure.
Yeah. Why don't you start us off?
All right. Well, I'm going to use my flashlight because that just seems like a lock in doing this. So that will be -2 to the shroud. So shroud value is going to be -1. And my base investigation is 3. So really likely, once again, that I'm going to pass this. Positive
Plus
1.
one.
So yeah, that's going to
Nice.
be another clue.
Sweet.
And then we'll do it again. This will be
Sweet.
my last flashlights.
Straight up in that attic.
-1, still a breeze.
Nice.
That's another clue.
Okay.
Flashlight goes away, and I guess I'll do it one more time without the flashlight. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Seems good.
It's a low.
-2, that still puts me at 1.
All right.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Easy breezy in the attic. There.
Look at that.
Yeah, yeah.
4 clues. We're doing pretty good right
So
now.
now we've got 10. We need
10 out
2
of 12?
more.
All right.
Do you want to do our combo?
Yeah.
Your patented move.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll do some more pest
Eat a piece of
control.
pizza off
Yeah.
camera really quick.
So I'm gonna engage with the rats,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna attack them for a second action.
Cool.
And I don't
Got your knife.
think I need to boost it. It's just a 1, so
Fingers
1
crossed.
against 3.
There's still. You still need fingers crossed.
Sure.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every bit helps. A -1.
Nice.
There we go.
Still good.
Beautiful. All right.
All
Damage to the
right,
rat.
pest
Get that rat outta
control.
here.
One
Tear
more
the
action.
swarm.
Maybe take a resource.
Yeah, I'll take a resource. I think I'm feeling pretty bad after losing all of them.
Yeah.
All right, my turn.
These both
So
mine?
No, this one.
Oh, I was like,
Oh,
whoa.
I don't know.
No, you're fine. I was just
mixing double.
like, have I been holding 2 beers this whole time?
All right, so I'm
maybe.
going to go if you don't mind, Nick.
Yeah, no, do it.
All right, so I'm going to investigate. So I've got 6. I'm going to investigate thrice because I am experiencing dissonant voices.
Yeah.
-2, so that
Ooh.
brings me to a 4.
Oh.
So I
Just barely
get
made it.
a clue.
Nice.
And then again. No! Automatic fail.
Bumble.
All right. But I have one more chance.
Okay.
-1.
There we go.
All right, we're
Nice.
at 12, so we just need to get to the hall. Everyone.
Yes.
So I'm out of actions though, so I am here.
So
I'm
now
in the basement.
It's time for Stella.
So, I have been had many maladies. Now I've got my curse of Call by Mist, and I think I just need to bite the bullet and deal with it. Because otherwise it's gonna be bad. So I'm gonna spend 2 actions to discard this to get rid of this curse. Because otherwise this is gonna make me take damage anytime I do a skill test of difficulty 4 or higher.
That's
which
the right time,
yeah, we're probably approaching the the hard part of the game. So get rid of that curse. I got 1 action left. I could draw a card. I could pick up a resource. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna draw a card. I'll draw a card. And cool. Yeah. So that's that for me.
All right,
So, enemy phase. They've been taken care of.
we have vanquished the enemies.
Good. Upkeep. Reset our actions again.
Thank you.
And unexhaust anything that's exhausted. And we all get a card and a resource.
I will help you out, Blair.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And it's the end of the round, so my dissonant voices are clearing.
Nice. And
Mythos Phase.
And just so
Yeah.
everyone on the stream knows, we've got to all move, and then we're gonna do another drawing.
yeah.
So we're at 4 Doom.
4 out of 7 Doom. Now the fun part of drawing
But
from
first,
the...
we've got to get these encounters out of
Yeah.
the way.
I got a ghoul minion engaged with me.
Okay. Up in the attic. I
It's not a hunter though, so
have some Ancient Evils Omen. It's a revelation. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. This could
Damn.
advance it, so it just adds one more Doom. So we're up to 5 there. I'll pass 1 to Blair.
But I'll take my encounter first.
Christine.
All right. Grasping Hands. Revelation. Test 3 agility. For each point you fail by, take 1 damage.
Okay.
The flavor text, decaying hands, rise up from below and grasp and claw at your ankles.
Mm-hmm.
And they huff and they puff and they blow your house down. That's a different story. All right.
That
All right.
maybe like a
3 agility. I have
Mother
a 2.
Goose living card game.
So Blair, if you have any agility to donate, I do not have any. I'm going to automatically fail.
Yeah, that would be
I could
bad.
take a damage, but I don't really want to. But
What's the current
agility. So the foot,
and what's the differential?
I need 1 at least to like break even.
Well, yeah, I'll just I'll spend this for wild.
All right.
Give you
So
2.
Blair is
Nice.
giving me 2 with some unexpected courage.
That's right. I'm very supportive.
Thank you. All right. So now I am at a 4, and I need to test against a 3. And so X is the number minus X. X is the number of ghoul enemies at your location. None.
You're safe.
0.
There we go.
Thank you.
You're very
I
welcome.
pass.
Yep.
All right. So no damages to me. And we have taken care of those grasping hands.
All right.
Yeah,
that's
You
it.
are really my enforcer here.
Yeah, really.
Like-
That's
Taking
everybody needs
care
a
of
tough waitress in
business.
their
Agnes.
life.
It's true. Agnes is my girl.
I've got Ancient Evils, which has great art. A lot of this game has really
Pretty
great art.
Yeah.
It's an Omen Revelation. Place 1 Doom counter on the current agenda.
Ah, okay. It's up to 6.
You
wow.
gotta get
2
moving.
2 extras from this phase. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
there we go. one, Sean, if you wouldn't. Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Whew.
So, I mean, yeah, that was rough because it added a bunch of omens, or doom counters, but it luckily only added one enemy to, get in the way of us getting to the hallway together, right?
Yeah.
At least that's the way I'm looking at it.
And really, I can just evade that thing to get away from it. It's not a hunter, so if I get out of the attic, then it can't really do anything.
Yeah. Do you want to go first to see if you can
Yeah,
get
sure.
away from the ghoul?
Get some sneaky feet.
Actually, I might be able to kill it. That might be the most efficient way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna discard knife
Hey, I mean-
to give me +2 attack, which will bring my attack up to 5. And then also, if this attack deals +1 damage, it's only got a health of 2. So if I hit it, it'll just die.
Be the whole thing.
So, and that way, I don't know, if for some reason we have to go back into the attic, it won't be a problem for anybody in the future.
You're doing the like Resident Evil knife kill.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
In the
see,
face.
5. I need at least a 2. Automatic fail.
Oh,
Bummer.
Oh no! All right.
Oh, and it uses your knife?
It uses my knife too.
Oh.
All right. Well, that stinks. In this case, we're gonna try to evade. Then my evasion is 4, and we're gonna go ahead and make it 5 with an elusive. I wish I could just use elusive outright, but since there is a ghoul where I want to move, I cannot use elusive.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Well, I guess you could, but it would.
It says you move to a revealed location with no enemies.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I can't move there because there is a ravenous ghoul in the hallway with you.
Bummer.
Oh wait, right, there is. Okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't even see that card. Okay.
All right, so 0. I do
All right.
successfully evade it.
Okay.
All right.
So that's a disengage action. So then with my last action, I will move down to the hallway.
All right. And he's tapped now, right? He's exhausted.
Yes, I am exhausted. And I have 4 clues with me.
Oh, yeah,
No,
and
but
the
I mean
ghoul
the
is
ghoul
too,
is.
right?
Oh, the ghoul
also-
is. Yeah, sorry.
If you evade them, they're like, "What? Where'd you go?" Okay. Cool. So.
Well, that kind of worked out. Not exactly the way I wanted it to, but
Okay.
So does anything
Well-
happen to us if we move into the hallway while the ghoul is there, or just in general?
I don't think so, because I think it'll be in the enemy phase.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken,
That makes
it's
sense.
only going to be there when they engage with someone.
Okie doke.
So, I mean, I don't know. I got a gun. I could try
Yeah.
to just deal with
yeah.
this
Do
this
it.
ghoul, or at least do some damage to it. It's got 3. It's going to prey on the person with the lowest health.
I don't have much to do on my turn, so if you don't get it, I can
Okay.
take a stab at it.
So while we are doing this, if people could chime in the chat, say hello, I'm here, so that we can get ready for the next drawing,
Right.
which will be coming up as soon as we can all get to the hallway. Do that now, and I'll
Alright.
get you into the randomizer as we can draw another name.
Into the randomizer machine.
Everyone get in. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll use an ammo here, so I'll spend an ammo on my gun. That allows me to fight with +2 attack, and it deals +1 damage. And if I
Nice.
fail, an ammo goes back to it, so that's cool.
Oh, that's not bad.
So I only use the ammo if I hit. Okay, so then I'm attacking with a 5 against the ghoul's 3. Right? That's 3, yeah.
for 2 damage.
Nice.
And
3,
only
five
people
out of
who
3.
chime in will get into the drawing.
Minus
Nice.
2.
Two.
All right.
Still got
I
it.
Still hit the 3. Oh, jeez. And
So that's
does
2 damage.
damage. Okay.
Sweet.
2 damage to the ghoul. And
I can try to stab it if you don't want to waste
Oh.
another bullet.
actually, though, I think I was supposed to spend an action to engage it, I guess, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I'm down to 1 action left.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's true. I might want to just. Well,
Samurai
think-
X98 says do it.
fight it.
Shoot it.
I'm
Dare
gonna.
it.
endure it.
So what I'm gonna instead do? I shot it. I'm gonna now just like elbow it. Not gonna use my gun.
The male,
For
the
the
male
other-
person's elbow.
Yeah, I've got that cool male person helmet.
Gotta carry that big mail
So I've
bag.
got a 3. It has a 3.
I have an elbow for you marked priority.
And I'm not gonna add anything to it. Just going to go 3 against 3.
Wow.
Oh.
And that's
Minus
Ted,
3.
by the way.
Okay, so hold on. Let's see. Let's see what I have. Okay.
Can you modify it up by 3?
So far we've got Kyle, Steve, and Ted chimed in. So if you're in the chat,
Okay.
chime in.
So after I fail that test, I'm going to do live and learn.
Nice.
It's a fast action.
Shouts
Play
out to
after.
Sonic once again.
Yep. Play after a skill test you failed ends. I attempt that test again, but with a +2.
Nice.
So 5 now.
Yeah.
It's the 3. Sweet.
Yeah, so this is what Stella's all about. Is she's just like, just go for it, and if you fail, I've got tricks up my sleeve to make the next attempt better.
Nice.
So I've got a 5 against the 3. Oh,
Auto pass.
Oh,
pass,
sweet.
And I
Plus
get a special
1.
effect.
Bang, bang, bang.
+1, you may instead choose to automatically fail this test to heal 1 damage and 1 horror. Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
don't want to
no,
do that. I'd
no,
rather
I'm-
just pass.
Yeah.
I mean, that's interesting, but no thank you.
The Ravenous
No,
Ghoul
thank you,
is
evil.
Ravenous
Oh,
dead.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome. We're killing it.
That's the
Literally.
delivery. I don't know what. Speedy delivery.
Alright.
Straight into hell.
I'm going to take a real quick turn if that's alright.
Do it.
Okay.
Do
Yeah.
it.
I'm going to move into the hallway,
Nice.
and then I'm just going to draw 2 cards to get ready for whatever's coming.
All right.
Smart.
That's all I got.
Okie doke. My turn. I'm headed to the hall with my first action. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to follow suit. And let me just check my actions.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
So, I guess I don't know what this is doing to me. Like,
So
I have the 3 horrors on it, and I can move them to myself, but, like, what's the advantage of moving them to myself?
believe it's so that you can eventually get rid of this thing.
Right.
So right now, this thing treats every
Oh,
auto,
right. Okay.
It would
yeah,
make
it's
the
the
auto pass
Yeah.
turn into an auto
So
fail.
I could just pretend, like, not care about that, or I
Yeah.
could start taking,
Right.
I could start taking mental damage, which I am super, I mean, that would put me down to 6,
Mhm.
which is still pretty
That's still pretty
fortuitous.
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Still pretty good.
Right.
So, okay.
But it's
All
true.
right.
You could just ignore it and say, hey, whatever. My auto pass token would
Yeah.
not work.
All right. So I'm actually going to ignore it for now.
Yeah.
And I am going to, so I've moved to the hall, and I am going to draw 2 cards.
Cool.
Nice.
All right.
That's a great turn. It's because it was,
Yeah. No, that was good.
Yeah. Great
Yeah.
job.
Did that well.
So,
Oh.
yeah.
Now we just got to quickly do the upkeep phase. So reset our actions, draw a card and gain a resource. And then we get to look at the act
Those are your
card.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because I get a resource every time I successfully investigate.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So now if we look at the act card here, when the round ends, investigators in the hallway may as a group spend the requisite number of clues to advance. So we can spend our 12
6
collective resources
7,
Clues.
to clues,
11,
right,
12.
to advance through the barrier.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Nicely done.
All right. And this is your last chance to say, hi, I'm here in the chat to get a chance to win the drawing. So I've got 3 names right now. I've got Steve, Kyle, and Ted. If you're in the chat, let me know so you can win. You have moments while Nick reads this flavor text.
So, using the barrel from the attic, you carry ice and snow from the cellar and hurl it at the barrier. The barrier sparks and shudders as it consumes the ice, then hisses and fades out of existence. The barrier blocking passage into the parlor has vanished. Reveal the parlor. So now we reveal the last location there.
Okay.
Put the set-aside Lita Chandler into play in the parlor, and spawn the Ghoul Priest in the hallway.
Oh no.
So the Ghoul Priest is in the hallway. Lita Chandler now appears in the parlor.
And the Ghoul Priest says, pray highest fight or fist value.
Okay.
Okay.
So that
Definitely
guy's,
not me.
I've got a 3.
I also have a 3.
3, I think, as well. Or 2, maybe?
Well, Nick
So then the
breaks
Nick
ties.
chooses.
investigator chooses.
I'll fight it.
Our rogue.
Yeah,
Carry your knife.
you've got a guard dog and first aid. I'll send it to you.
I got some tricks up my
Yeah,
sleeve.
it's
Yeah.
Skid's O'Toole. You always come
Skids ain't
prepared.
afraid of nothing.
Cool. So that's
Just my mom's mortality.
That's that.
That's right. Which is out of the. You don't have to worry about that
This
anymore.
is
Yeah, yeah.
just
Unfortunately.
Out of
Yeah.
here. So now I'll read the Act 3 setup here.
And again, you have one more chance to chime in
yeah.
here in the chat. I've still got 3 names, so
Once I read this, you're out.
that's
Lock.
right.
What have you done? A woman with a torch stands in your parlor, a glimmer of hatred in her eyes. What have you done to my barrier? She screams, furious. Before you can answer, a ghastly wail sounds behind you, and a creature wearing robes and a deer skull mask tears through the wall, advancing towards you. That's the Ghoul Priest.
All right.
And the lady with the torch is Lita Chandler. Okay, so now our objective to clear through this act is if the Ghoul Priest is defeated, we advance. So that's our
Alright.
objective. now.
Cool. There's
So no-
also an action on the parlor that says resign. This is too much for me. You run out the front door fleeing in panic. While Lita Chandler is not controlled by a player, she gains action, parlay, test, book 4. If you succeed, take control of Lita Chandler.
Okay.
Okay.
So we probably want to get Lita.
Yeah.
That seems
That
like
makes
whoever. I assume that's
I
going to
have
be
many
Daisy.
books.
Yeah.
So you can you can go to Lita, or if you're in the location with Lita, you can do a will test and gain control of her. Otherwise, we could just go to the parlor and
We're also
end
about
the whole
to
scenario.
phase through the Doom thing, so
Right.
that something bad is probably going to
Right.
happen with that.
Yeah. But who won?
We're working on it.
Random.org's having a little trouble.
Oh,
It's
weird.
all right. It's
Oh, it's
all
good.
good.
Alright.
Yeah, yeah.
Our
okay.
randomizer machine.
Let me grab a D6.
So our
3.
winner is Kyle.
Kyle.
Yay. And Kyle has 1. Nick, you
Kyle
wanna
has
present
one.
it? Oh, I got it right
Oh,
here.
you've got
Yeah,
it right here.
Got it right here.
Kyle's won. Jacqueline Fine, the Mystic, another Mystic class like the waitress here, but Jacqueline is, I don't know what her background is. She's looking out the window holding some leaves.
She's a psychic?
Yeah,
She says she's a
Jacqueline
psychic.
Fine, the psychic.
She looks
Use
kind of like a aristocratic in her art.
yeah, you're right.
Maybe
She's
she,
wearing a pearl necklace.
Maybe it's her fun little hobby, you know?
Yeah. Use your foresight to predict and manipulate the odds for you and your teammates. Cool. So another
Investigator.
investigator, a mystic.
Maybe.
Great.
You too.
And this is for
could.
Kyle.
That's for Kyle.
All right.
That's
Nice.
for Kyle.
Great, I'll get that marked
Congrats, Kyle.
down.
Cool.
Is that Kyle?
All right.
I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, Mythos Phase.
Oh, here we go.
That's
oh, yeah.
seventh
that'll be
Doom
our
token.
seventh Doom.
So the Rise of the Ghouls resolves,
Okay.
which is not great.
Read the.
A feral beast, roughly humanoid, with a canine cast and hooves for feet, tears through the ground in front of you, below the floor. You can see vast tunnels beneath your house, fiendish howling echoes from the deep's underground caverns. Shuffle the encounter, discard pile into the encounter deck, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a ghoul enemy is discarded. The lead investigator draws that enemy.
Rough.
So we shuffle all our discarded encounter cards in.
We look for a ghoul.
We is it like draw and discard until we find that?
Yeah,
ghoul?
discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a ghoul enemy is discarded. The lead investigator draws that enemy.
Okay. Well, I'm glad the Ghoul Priest is not on me as well.
Yeah,
Because I guess that would be bad.
we can kind of put this down here. I don't really think these two locations are too relevant to us.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
remainder of this,
Right.
it at least does not seem like that is
Yeah.
the case.
Run back up into the attic.
If we still needed clues, we could.
True.
We do not.
Not a ghoul. Swarm of rats is not a ghoul.
Oh boy.
There's a ghoul.
All right.
Just a bog
Is that a
standard
normal ghoul? Plain old
Just
ghoul
a ghoul minion.
All right.
Does
Not too
it
bad.
have? It doesn't have prey, where it's gonna prey on the least healthy.
No,
Nope.
Good.
it's just standard
Yeah,
ghoul.
it's just engaged with the leader.
Run-of-the-mill ghoul. I got my gun. I got Granny.
That's right, Stella. Get your
Good.
gun.
All right.
That's right.
Oh, then let's read this
That's
one.
what they say.
Our new
That's what they
agenda.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that.
Oh, that's okay. They're getting out. You hear a crazed howl outside, and suddenly all the creatures turn their attention to that sound. They rush to escape the house, breaking down doors and clawing at everything in their way. At the end of the enemy phase, each unengaged ghoul enemy moves one location towards the parlor. At the end of the round, place one doom on this agenda for each ghoul enemy in the hallway or parlor.
Ooh, okay.
So
the thing from the attic is going to move into the hallway,
Right.
and then the following round it'll move from the hallway to the parlor.
Right. Okay. So that's rough because the parlor is where we escape from or where we meet up with Lita.
Got it.
So the ghouls are going to start moving there, and also more doom will increase as more ghouls end up in those locations too. The hallway, the parlor.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna get hairy.
And that's got a limit of 10 doom before that advances, and that's the last agenda card, so that will trigger the end of the game.
All right, and then we still get encounter cards.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
my gosh.
jeez.
Oh, cool. I got a swarm of rats.
All right, Sean, I got your back. Don't worry. I'm
Get
gonna
the-
knife some more rats.
Yep. All right, drawing for me here. Ah, the dissonant voices
Thank you,
again.
Sean.
So I cannot
Appreciate
play
it.
assets or events. Okay. At least it's not another ghoul.
Okay. I'm grasping hands. I gotta take an agility test of 3.
Okay.
I take a damage for every point by which I fail.
We're
What's
all
my
together.
agility is a 3, I believe, right?
Yeah.
All
Do you
right,
want
I
any
can
help?
return the favor and help you with 2
Awesome. Okay.
manual dexterity.
Nice.
Sure. Yeah, I'll boost it by 1 as well. So that'll bring me up to 6.
Nice.
That feels pretty safe.
Yeah.
All right.
6
Fingers
against
crossed.
3.
Thank you, my librarian friend.
That's right.
Unlikely friends, but
You two are the team. So.
strange circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
-1. All
We're
good.
both a little bit witchy,
Nice.
so
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. Also, that the card you committed, Christine, I didn't notice this. So some cards are specifically cards that only can be committed towards skills. Like this is one. So this one, if the test is successful, you draw a card.
Oh,
So
there you go.
sweet.
you get to draw a card because,
Nice.
or at least I assume you would because you're the owner of that card.
Yeah,
I
I
think
should
it would be
play
you.
that. Yeah.
So that's cool.
Sweet.
It's a bonus.
All right, and then what's your?
Your
All right,
terrible
my
thing.
mythos.
Yeah.
Swarm of rats.
God,
Goodness.
what?
There's a lot of rats
They're
in this
just-
hallway.
They just love you. You have drawn all the rats.
That's
Do you
right.
have cheese in your pocket?
I must.
That's
all
what
those
it
books.
is.
Books
Yep,
and cheese.
Books and cheese.
And other librarians. That's what she
Just
carries around.
Jolly snacks. All right, so we've got ghouls, rats, ghoul priest, more rats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What did we say about escalating quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is intense.
Blair, if you could take care of that swarm of rats, I would be able to really concentrate on killing the
Is that all I
boss.
am to you people? Just a rat killer.
I
Well,
promise
that's
this is
why
the
we call you
last
the
time.
exterminator.
I will gladly take care of some
Right.
rats.
Thank
sometime.
you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do that.
Thank you.
Um,
I promise my turn will be so much more effective.
I believe it. Yeah.
What are these rats going?
I can't allude to, but like some of my cards are literally better if I'm only.
No, sure. I
fighting
get
the
it.
priest.
Specifically against priests.
3 against 1. I'm feeling pretty
Yes.
confident. My
Plus
rat
one to
killing-
priests.
My rat killing record is
you're-
pretty strong.
Yeah,
So
Don't jinx
Rats,
it.
rats, rats,
-1,
rats,
we're
rats,
good.
rats.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
get them out of here.
2 actions, 1 to engage the rats and 1 to attack.
What?
Go to the parlor.
I could try to go to the parlor. Yeah.
True.
Sure, I'll meet up with
Lita.
Lita.
Seems
Nice.
wise.
All right, that's all I got.
Nice.
That's all 3.
Okay.
I can go next and fight the priest if that's
Sure.
cool.
Fight the priest.
Okay. First thing I'm gonna do is pay 3 resources for machete.
Oh.
Yo.
That's fight. You get +1 for this attack. If the attacked enemy is the only enemy engaged with you, this attack deals +1 damage.
So, if you play that, the priest will get an attack of opportunity here because you're playing the.
Oh
the
yeah,
machete,
I forgot about that. Well,
which I mean, you could. I don't know how much damage the priest does. Does 2 physical and 2 mental damage.
I'll do that. I will give it all to my guard dog,
Okay.
which will kill the guard dog, but the guard dog also does a point of damage in return
Okay.
to the
Yeah, yeah.
priest.
Served you well.
Yes.
You gotta
Loyal.
spend dogs to make money.
His
Loyal dog.
fierce loyalty these trained canines make for perfect companions. He was a perfect companion.
He did great, much better than my cat.
Yeah.
Kind
Next,
I'm
I will
fighting the priest.
attack with machete. I can also commit to this action still because it says fight, right?
Yeah.
I would consider. All right, I will overpower as well.
Ooh.
To give 2 more fight symbols, and if this test succeeds, I get to draw a card.
Nice.
So that's going to be +3 to my base 6, or I'm sorry, base 3, making it 6. That's a 5.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, Beckett says you killed the perfect companion.
I did.
That's what made him perfect. Died in the line of duty.
That's right.
Mhm.
I'll commit 1 more as well. So we'll make this base 7.
Okay.
Really
Need a
swinging
5,
at him.
so -2 are up. I really want to kill this priest.
Kill
Yeah.
the priest.
Got it.
Woo!
So that's gonna be 2 damage to it.
Nice.
Okay.
How much health does it have?
5.
Okay.
So
wow. Doing really well.
So I think the priest has more than 5.
oh
It has 5 per player.
God.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It has
wow.
the little per player, right? Isn't it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a little per
Yeah,
player symbol.
it's
So that,
heavy. It's a
that
heavy.
priest
Jesus.
A little
is-
bit more.
Okay.
I was like, wow, this is gonna.
I mean, I
resolve
think
quickly.
How do we
I-
end this scenario?
I think
Ken?
your move is still
we
good.
just kill it, right?
Well, so we can end the scenario by right killing the priest,
Advancing it or running out?
or we can
we can run
get
away.
to the parlor and run away.
Are we running away or?
Well, I mean, I think for now, trying to
We could
take
get our
some
friend.
damage off the priest. Yeah, getting Lita would be good because she could
Yeah,
help us
it
fight.
would be helpful if I could get there to go make friends with her.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Right. Because you're good at talking to people.
that's
All
right.
right. Well, because I mean,
I speak
my
her
base
language.
attack against a priest, I need a +1 to even hit it.
Okay. Well, I have a gun with 1 ammo still. So I'll at least be able to fight for a little bit. I mean, I
And Beckett brings up a good point.
Oh.
The dog would have died in vain
Yes, that's
if
true.
we don't
Oh,
kill
yeah.
this priest.
Oh yeah.
That's
that
true,
oh.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
God.
swinging again.
We gotta
We have
give
to kill
Sparky
the-
a.
Yeah,
a
Beckett
dog.
says, kill the
Oops.
dog to run away. Sean,
Yeah.
I'm sorely disappointed.
Oh boy. Well, I can't disappoint Papa
Oh
Beckett.
my god.
Yeah, that's
All
like-
right.
that's like
Need a
very
+1
bad.
at least. Let's see.
Hey!
+1.
Got it, Sparky.
All right. 5 damage on
The
the ghoul
tokens
priest.
were in the favor.
Woo!
This one
Okay.
was for Sparky.
It's gonna
Yeah.
end my
Sparky,
turn.
right?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
it is now.
It
yeah.
is now. Sparky's, a classic name. They didn't have other names for dogs than toys.
No,
Just
definitely.
Sparky. Every single one of them.
All right.
Or Rover.
Yeah.
Rover, I think.
Okay, yeah,
Rover.
true.
Spot.
Spot. Those
Yeah,
three.
There were
That's
6
it.
names. That's it.
The Trinity.
All right. I'll,
So it's 1/4 dead.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay.
That's very good, actually.
You put in
honestly.
your part, Sean.
Yeah.
For sure.
You
Yeah.
put in work.
Don't expect us to.
Yeah,
All
not
right.
everybody gets a machete.
So
No.
I can
Well,
take
Skid
care of my
dies in
rats. I have
vain,
some
then
tricks up my sleeve.
It happens.
So don't waste an action engaging them.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
I got my ghoul to deal with. So.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, if you want to go and do your rat,
Sure.
take care of those rats.
Yeah,
So
someone
I-
else kill some rats for once.
I'm inspired by my
Blair
friend.
won't always be here to kill the rats.
Yeah.
So Becca says they're not disappointed anymore. Stick it. stick it to that priest.
Woo!
Excellent.
That's right.
So I'm going to
We'll get 'em.
spend 3 resources to cast a spell.
Oh.
It's called Shriveling. So it uses 4 charges. I can spend 1 charge, and my fight uses either, willpower. It uses willpower instead of fist.
Oh, smart.
And deals +1 damage. But if any of the like special symbols, like the skull, the hood, the grave, are drawn during this attack, I take a horror.
Mm.
That's not
So-
bad, though. Seems worth
So
it.
I'm gonna put some tokens on for my charges.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I
Oh,
am.
Does that mean the rat will get
The
to
rat
attack you?
attacks you. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's all
'Cause
right.
you got the.
So you'll just take
You
the
did a
one.
thing other than
1 damage.
attack.
Okay, that's fine.
Just a little nibble.
Well, so I'm at 3 health. I could expend my. You know what? I'm gonna expend my friend because I don't need to investigate anymore. So
Thank you
Bye.
for your service.
Ruthless
thank
at the
you,
library.
Dr. Milan Christopher.
Those office politics.
Thank
can
you,
get
doctor.
nasty. Yeah.
But that's all.
I
Okay.
mean, everyone always said the bug scientist guy was kind of weird. So.
Yeah.
True. I mean,
You did not help me
Bug
with these
scientist.
rats at all.
yeah, these are not bugs.
I have a friend who's a bug scientist, and he would admit that he's very weird. So it holds water.
No.
Ryan says if they run from the priest, then all the dogs in the world die. So
Jeez.
the world is riding on her shoulder.
It's
Shoulders.
intense.
All right. So now that I have gotten attacked by rats,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to try to kill them. I'm going to use a charge,
Mm-hmm.
and so that will mean that I have 3. Or I can use my willpower to
Okay.
attack them,
Nice.
which is a 3 instead of a
Attack with
2.
Your mind.
And they're what's their fortitude?
Just one.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I will go ahead. Let me just see if I have anything I can donate to myself. Yeah, I'm gonna boost my fortitude by 4. So by 1 to be 4.
Nice. Looking good against these rats.
All right, -2. So yeah,
That checks out.
kill those rats.
Rats are dead.
Rats are dead.
Good stuff.
All right, and that actually dealt +1 damage. So that was actually 2 damage.
Overkill, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very
But
dead rats.
I very needed to make them die.
So you have one more action?
So yeah, wait, no, yeah. I played a card, I attacked, and now I have another action.
Mm-hmm.
And my action is going to be to move, to try to befriend
Get to the parlor.
Lita.
Yeah.
Good.
And does
Seems
anything
wise.
happen to me if I move to the parlor?
I don't think so. I think it's just nope. Just at the parlor, you can use the resign action to run out the front door, or you can try to befriend
Okay.
Lita. But those are just both actions you have to take.
All right. Cool.
All right.
All right, Nick. It
now
is
it's me.
Stella's turn.
gonna do?
Stella's got this ghoul. I'm just trying to decide. I mean, the ghoul, I gotta hit a 2 to get it. I've got a base 3. I've got my gun, but I don't know if that's overkill. So I don't know. I'm kind of, what's that?
Oh, no.
There's a rat.
I'm talking to.
Oh,
Yeah, no more
There's a
rats.
The rats
another
are
rat.
Yeah.
I think I might just. I'm just gonna discard 1 to bump it up by 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at a 4 attack against the rats 2. I
Seems
don't want to
good.
use my the gun. Seems like overkill.
The ghouls too.
That'd be a crazy shot.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, ghoul. Sorry. Also overkill.
The
I
ghouls
don't
too.
Good. +1.
All
Nice.
right.
Cool. All right.
Hit that ghoul.
So that's 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 1 more. No, maybe I should just done my gun because that would have done both damage. Let's just go for it with no modifiers.
All right.
All right.
Just going in cold. 3 against 2.
0.
There we go.
Nice.
Kill that ghoul.
Okay. The ghoul is dead. And I've got one bullet left, so I'm gonna. Well, no, I guess I.
Yeah, you'd have to engage
have
it for
to
an
engage.
action.
Okay. So.
I can take the hit.
Okay, I'm just gonna hang out and.
Maybe draw a card or something.
Yeah, I'll either draw or. Yeah, I guess I'll draw a card. Yep. And that'll be my turn. And that's everyone's turn.
All right.
So now on to the enemies.
This should be enough.
So if there are enemies with the
Thank you.
hunter, oh yeah, that ghoul doesn't have the hunter keyword, so we're fine. But any engaged enemies will attack. So
Well, there's also the thing where they move because of their getting out.
oh yeah,
right?
when does that happen? Let's see.
That might be in the Mythos phase.
That's at the end of the enemy phase.
Okay.
So first, the normal enemy phase, the ghoul priest will attack.
Yeah, that's
you.
two.
So 2 physical and 2 mental damage.
Ouch.
That's a lot.
Ouch.
Ghoul priest is rough.
So I'm at 3 mental, 5 physical remaining.
All right.
Okay, you're pretty hardy. Then
That's one way to put
we
it.
got this action from our agenda here. So at the end of the enemy phase, which we're at now,
Yep.
each unengaged ghoul moves 1 location towards the parlor. So that would be this ghoul who was up in the attic will then move to the hallway because that's connected to the attic. So he's trying to get closer to the parlor. And then after that, at the end of the round, which we're about to hit, we get a doom token for each ghoul in the hallway and parlor. So that means 2 more doom tokens are going to go there.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So things are escalating. And then we do our normal upkeep of resetting actions and drawing cards and resources
Mm-hmm.
and all that fun business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to use the restroom real quick. And then
Please
I'll be
do.
back.
All right. Whew. Okay.
That's
So,
useless.
set ourselves.
Oh, yep. We can resolve, I guess, our encounters real quick then.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I believe Nick's
Yeah,
dissonant
that would
voices.
go
away. I got grasping hands this time.
Yes.
That agility.
Just doing it
Oh, natural.
straight up. I couldn't make it better even if I wanted to. So anything above -1 or higher, 0. So
There
I
you
pass it.
go. Nice.
All right.
So doing okay there.
Never doubt skids.
Blair.
I'll put one there for Nick.
Yep.
We can do it out of order. It doesn't matter, I don't think.
All right, place a doom counter on the current agenda.
Obscuring fog. This is actually okay.
Yeah.
Attached to your location, limit 1 per location. Attached to location gets 2 shroud. Forced after attached location is successfully investigated, discard obscuring fog.
So basically nothing for us now.
Yeah, so that would be 4 shroud for that room if we needed to get any. For whatever reason, it has shroud, even though there's no clues.
See if we can just resolve this for them real quick, maybe. Oh yeah, it's just another doom counter.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, that's all.
Oh yeah, just getting us closer to
More
losing the
doom.
game. Yeah. You kind of get used to it. There's a lot of doom.
Okay. Well, on to the actions. Well,
Sean, do you want to maybe take another swing and then let Stella get in there?
yeah,
Done?
sure.
Sean already made that joke.
Don't worry, everyone Stella's back.
All right, I'm gonna with my fur. No,
Oh, did we do
an
the
action
things
will
already?
do. Yeah.
Yours was just a doom counter. So that's all. What is the limit on this one again?
10.
10.
Oh, wow.
So we have 4 on it so
All
far.
right, yeah.
But remember, there's automatically going to be 1 per ghoul.
Left in the
added.
room. Oh yeah. That's just a regular. That's just a bog standard ghoul over there, right?
Yeah. That's a new ghoul.
No, that one just moved.
Oh, right. That was
Yeah,
the
move
attic.
from the attic.
That's the attic ghoul. I was like, I just killed the ghoul.
All right, gonna take a swing with my machete.
Sweet.
So looking for a 1+ here. I guess we'll
Oh yeah, can you help him out?
make it a
want some
0.
help? You smell fighting this ghoul?
I mean, that'd be great.
Hold on. Oh.
I'd love to help, but you know.
Oh.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. Let's. Yeah, I'll give you +2.
There you go.
Okay. So I'm at plus. Well, I'm gonna keep this in hand then. So +2 will make it a 0. We'll make it. I'll deal with up to a -1.
Yeah. Don't jinx yourself here. Oh.
-2. Damn it.
Oh.
Yep.
All
Even
right.
with the plus. Right.
It was +1, +3. That makes it 6. -2 is 4. It's
Oh,
oh no, it's 4. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. So I hit it for 2.
Oh.
Nice. Okay. That would have been heartbreaking.
All right, gonna swing again with the machete.
Seems good.
Okay. I can't help. I'm all out of help.
Yeah, we're not even in the same room. Sadly.
You got it. You're on a roll now.
Yeah, this is gonna be
You got
positive
momentum.
1 I need.
You
Okay.
got momentum.
I believe it.
Nope,
Oh.
-4. Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Well,
That's the big one.
that's tough.
And we'll go again.
Sweet.
See what I can do. +1, +1, +1. Wait. No, I'm sorry. 3 + 1 from machete is 4. 4 is what I need, so that one hits.
Okay, cool.
So it does 2
Oh.
more.
All right.
So that's
We're almost
9
halfway
damage
there.
on it.
Almost
Looking-
halfway dead.
Looking really
Okay.
good.
Okay. That ends my turn.
Great work.
Skids did what he could.
Nice.
All right. Should I? Okay.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Should I
Please
maybe
do.
try and make friends with her friend?
That seems good.
Yeah.
All right. Can someone hand me her
Friends
card?
with her
I'd like
friend.
to.
If you're looking for the parlay rules, they're actually on the parlor, not
Oh.
her. That's test book 4. If you succeed, take control of Lita.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not bad.
So
Book test.
test book 4.
Read a book to her.
Do you need help?
No, I can. I'm.
Because I've got some stuff I
Oh,
can
okay.
just blow through.
If you're happy.
And she
to,
has each investigator at your location gets +1 fist. When an investigator at your location successfully attacks a monster enemy, that investigator deals +1 damage. So she seems great.
Oh.
If we can bring her into the fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times can I aid?
I believe it's just with one card
Okay.
Okay.
each.
Well, I'll pump you once.
All right, and then how many cards can the person play? Like, so if I want to
Oh.
play,
I think it's any number
okay,
like that you can add to a test.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure there's no limit.
That makes sense.
Page
Okay.
26. Commit any number of cards. With
Okay.
an appropriate icon.
So I am gonna commit 2. So that gives me 3 plus my natural 5.
So 8.
All right,
Against her 4.
Yep.
Cool. Seems pretty good.
So
we'll see. I just
negative
can't get the
4.
star or the. Okay, I got that guy. -1. It's just -1.
Yeah. So you
All
get
right.
Lita.
She's on our side.
All right, so I've got Lita. She's my pal
So
now.
is she like an ally now? Yeah.
Yeah, she's an ally.
All right, so that's your one.
So that's one action.
Bring her to the hallway. Bring her to the
Yep.
hallway.
So
Yeah, get her
now I am.
Skids is like, oh my god, help me, please.
I'm headed to the hallway with my pal.
One more action.
One more action. All right, so I suppose I should attack.
You'd have to engage,
Oh, I would
and
have
that
to-
would take an action.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
not gonna engage because I'm not very.
Yeah,
I'm
The
pretty
best fighter.
squishy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead, let's see if there's something I want to do, like something I want to play. I'm gonna put an asset in play for myself, and it's Arcane Studies, which we're familiar with because of Blair.
Oh,
Blair
yeah.
has it out as well. It does not appear to be a spell or anything. It just seems to be something I can
Yeah, it's a stat.
put out there. So I can spend a resource to either get +1 willpower, which I have an ability that for attacks I can use willpower
Oh,
instead
nice.
of fighting, and then also I could spend a resource and get +1 book.
Attack with your mind.
So,
That's great.
so I can attack with my mind. I now have this +1 advantage on that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And everybody at the hallway too has +1 fist because Lita's there now too.
Yeah.
So
Did you pay for
and
the,
it'll deal +1 damage.
Yeah, I did not.
Well,
There we go.
okay.
Cool.
All right,
That's your turn.
that is the end of my turn.
So
So I'm
one real quick thing
Yeah.
that I missed, which makes things a little more dire. The Ghoul Priest has Retaliate.
Oh.
So what that does is when someone fails an attack against them, or maybe even evade
Yeah.
as well, they attack them.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
So
you
I have.
missed one.
Ooh,
right?
wow! I'm
So
gonna die if
yeah, so you're
nobody
pretty
pulls
low.
aggression from me.
But no worries. Stella's here. Still got my gun.
All right.
So I can take on the School Priest for a little bit at least,
Cool.
or at least try to.
Yeah.
Because
You wanna
I'm
do
still
that
pretty healthy, fair somewhat. Okay, yeah, and I've got Granny
go
with me
ahead.
too. So first,
now? Excellent fighter.
before I known for her fighting, Granny, tough old bird. Before I engage, I'm gonna play this Scrapper asset. I'm a Scrapper. Cost me 2 resources, so I can spend resources to up my fighting
Nice.
or my evasion.
Plus your base is 4 now because of Lita.
Oh yeah, and I've got a gun, so I'm just trying to prepare for future fights. So I've got that. I will now engage.
Oh, thank you.
I'll take that Ghoul Priest off you.
Skids is
And then-
bleeding and not looking so hot.
Yeah, no, he's not good. Then, so my base attack is 4 because of Lita. I've got my gun, which would bump it up to a 6. I need to hit the priest's 4. Yeah. That seems pretty safe. I mean, I could also use my Scrapper.
I can
so-
help you. I can give you one
Okay.
fight.
Okay, cool.
Do I have any fights?
You're not in the same room.
Oh, right. I'm not there yet.
You're up in the parlor still.
I'm just hanging out, relaxing.
This should be fine. I'll use my ammo. So yeah, I'm at 7. 7 against the 4.
4.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah. That's what you think.
I believe in
Until the
Stella.
chaos bag.
Automatically
No!
I haven't said anything.
It retaliates too.
Chaos.
That's chaos.
Truly.
Okay, 2 damage. And I'll put the 2 psychic health damage on Granny here.
Okay.
So Granny's
Sorry, Granny.
Just like throwing her in
Granny,
front of you. Hey, check
like
this
Granny.
out.
Check out this freaky Ghoul Priest. Just look into his eyes for a minute while I deal with that.
So I'm gonna go try to kill the other ghoul so we stop accumulating so much doom.
That's a good
That seems.
plan.
Yeah.
So I'll move into the hallway as well.
All right. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
you're gonna engage.
I will engage.
And I get this bullet back in my gun because I failed the test.
Oh,
So.
nice. Okay.
Still got a bullet.
Yeah. So I'll fight that ghoul. It's a what's its resolve or whatever? 2.
2.
And I'm at a just a
2.
2 on my thing.
+1 from
Lita.
Lita in the
Okay.
room.
Well, I'll
So
bump it
you're
to
at a 3.
I'll bump it to a 4 with a card,
And if
Okay.
you want to use your knife.
and I will use my knife.
So you'll be
Make it a
5.
5.
Against 3. Just really,
5 against 2.
Five
You
against
gotta
two.
get 2.
Fingers
good.
crossed.
Seems pretty likely.
Don't
Yeah.
test the
I
chaos.
mean,
Seems very unlikely. I'm so scared.
mhm.
+1. There we go.
Woo!
Does that do just 1 damage?
It should do an extra, right?
Because Lita.
Because of Lita.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So that's
It's
going
against
to kill
the
it.
Goodbye,
apologies.
ghoul.
Get out of
So
there.
that exhaust. That's it.
Yep.
That's all your
Like
actions.
that. Yep.
Woo!
That's the end of the round.
Okay.
All right.
There he went.
Well, I mean, we killed a ghoul. We got Lita.
But now it's the enemy phase.
The enemy is gonna fight me.
Does 2 and
So
2.
2 more and 2 more.
Can you voice that off on Granny?
Yeah. I don't know if
You could kill Granny.
Yeah, I could kill Granny. Well, I might as well just keep Granny alive for. Yeah.
Sentimental
Okay. Well,
reasons.
I'll take it for now. Granny. Give Granny a little more time.
All right.
Yeah. Then we go to the
Upkeep.
The upkeep.
Yeah.
Draw.
Reset.
Reset
Flip
the
those mini
cards.
cards.
Everyone draw a card and get a resource.
Alright. Sweet. And then we get Mythos.
Yeah, we get one doom for
Yeah, get a
the ghoul
doom.
priest in the parlor.
Halfway
or the
there.
hallway.
Oh my god.
And then another Doom just generally.
Alright. More than halfway.
Right.
Oh, I got a ghoul minion engaged with me.
Oh,
Great.
wow.
Oh god.
Nick. Blair. Christine.
So I've got the rotting remains. I have to
Again.
test.
I guess
Just
a lot less
will.
scary than what we're doing with these days.
You're still fighting and tripping over dead bodies.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
So I've got a 4 against this 3.
No, you've got a 3, right?
I got Granny,
Oh, you got Granny to give you plus
so I
1.
keep her
So
around.
we keep her around.
Uh,
She's good for that.
yeah, I don't really have anything I want to add to this, sadly.
I can help you out
Okay, thank you.
for 1.
So I'm at 5 against the 3. Okay. Oh. Okay. Ugh.
0.
Okay. I'm
Nice.
safe. I'm safe from the rotting remains. Thank you.
Alright. I just got Obscuring Fog, so
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. That's fine.
pretty
Doesn't-
fine.
Doesn't hurt us. That
Err.
Oh
I'm
no.
frozen in
Rats?
fear.
Oh, bummer.
Put in my threat area. The first time you perform one of the following actions: move, fight, evade. Each round, it costs 1 additional action.
Okay.
Forced at the end of your turn, test 3 willpower. If you succeed, discard frozen in fear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
That's
terrible.
annoying, but at least.
But I'll need help
Thing
with
is-
willpower.
Yeah.
True.
I have
Oh,
3,
okay.
and I gave my last willpower help.
I'll get you. Don't worry about
All right.
it. All right.
Okay, so a new. Well, that new ghoul isn't. Or no, it's attached to you, Sean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're pretty hurt.
I can take care of it, I think.
Yeah. We
And
got,
then I think I'm gonna spend the rest of my turn patching myself up with first aid.
Oh, yeah!
And I can help with some fight, since
Yeah,
I've
we
got
got-
so many other things.
And Lita's still here, too, so you're still getting that +1.
Yep.
All right. Mind if I go first then?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
good.
All right. So we're gonna machete first. That's gonna be base 5 against 2.
yeah, it's a 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna help you. I'll help you with some fight.
Okay.
for 1.
Another 1. All right. Excellent. So I got base 6 here. So anything above -3 and above, I'll be okay. Oh.
-4. No.
No, wait, sit. You had
6 -4. No, I'm good there
You're still
still.
good.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
matches.
Sorry, I'm bad at math.
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I kill that
So good
thing.
You helped with the 1, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Barely
Thank you, Christine. You saved me. There's
so
that
glad
for
I
your
drew that
discard
knife.
pile.
You threw that knife.
I stabbed the ghoul with it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and action 2.
When
First,
you're a librarian, you never know when you're gonna need it.
first aid myself. Action 3. First aid myself. Then I will do, during your turn, spend 2 resources. You may take an additional action this turn.
Oh, wow.
And then I will first aid myself.
All right.
Getting back up on your feet.
Very good.
Good stuff.
And that'll end my turn.
All right.
Skids is getting ready to fight again.
Who do we want taking the hit from?
Says,
the,
Mama, I'm coming
Well, right
home.
now, the priest is engaged with Stella.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm
You're at 5.
I'm you know, I can take 1 hit and be alive.
Okay.
2 hits, I will not be alive.
Well, but okay. Well,
I too can take 1 hit and be alive.
Okay.
yikes. I'm relatively healthy.
If somebody somehow exhausts him next round, I can also do some damage to him if he's exhausted.
Okay. And to do that, we
You're-
can flee
Disengage.
or-
Yeah, you're pretty evasive.
Yeah, that's true.
And remember, we can
I'm
still run
actually-
out of the parlor if need be, too.
Yeah.
That is probably desirable as opposed to running out of Doom, just FYI.
Yeah, it's pretty rough too. We're at 6.
I mean, we're doing what we can with the Ghoul Priest, but
Just gotta
we don't want to go down with
lower
this
down.
house. They're
Yeah.
going to tear this place
But what about
apart
4
in
sparks?
4 more Doom.
True. Wow.
Just saying, you know. I mean, we can do what we can for the Ghoul Priest. I would
So-
love to kill it.
If you can
Let me.
live with
so I'm
being,
thinking-
But it has
living back in the
11
second.
more health.
4,
That's
5,
true.
6.
And
So
we only have 4 Doom.
what I'm thinking here, I still got this bullet.
Yeah.
I think I take another shot at this Ghoul Priest, but I'm gonna make it count, and then I try to run from the Ghoul Priest.
That seems
to
smart.
exhaust it. So
So wait, have we been doing this when an investigator at your location successfully attacks a monster enemy? That investigator deals +1 damage.
Yes.
yeah, I think we
Okay,
haven't
we
hit
have.
it since it's yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one that attacked it since Lita showed up
Okay.
and I missed. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I will miss no more.
That's right.
So
And we can all help out if we're
we're
able.
gonna let's see. So I've got a base 4 because of Lita. If I use an ammo, that takes me to 6. I can also use my scrapper to bump it up even more. I mean, with that, I can do that more than once, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
So 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I mean, I could bump that up twice to take it to 8. And then the only thing that would make me fail would be the auto fail.
All
That seems
right.
pretty strong.
And how much damage does that do?
It would actually
3.
do 3 because 2 from the gun plus 1 from Lita.
Nice.
Pretty good.
So
Let's do it.
that's what I'm thinking. So shoot this gun. I've got an 8. And try to hit the Ghoul Priest.
Minus 2.
You're good.
Still very much pass.
If
Yeah.
there is a ghoul enemy.
Take 1 damage. Okay,
Bummer.
well, I do take the damage.
All right.
And kill Granny if need be.
Yes, we'll kill
Granny's
Granny.
got to go.
Sorry, you tough old bird. Alright.
How many more years did you have left?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants
she's
your
fine.
generation to survive.
Oh, yeah.
Can try to get out
Okay,
of
so
there?
that was 1 action. Yeah, I feel like I probably should. Oh, and the gun is gone. Yeah, I probably should try to flee to evade. So if I evade, my base is 4. I need to meet the 4. Okay. Okay, yeah. I will discard this to add 2, so that puts me to a 6, and I can spend another resource here to give me 7 total evasion.
Sweet. Seems pretty good.
And
Yeah.
That's put me at an advantage there. So I got 7.
All right.
We're hoping for the
You
best.
can do it.
All
0.
right.
All right.
Sweet, get out of there.
And so Beckett says, I keep hearing cool priest. And I'm like, hey, that dude killed a dog. Not cool.
It's a ghoul priest. That's a ghoul. It's
Ghoul
not
priest.
cool. All right.
So he's exhausted?
Is he too cool for school?
Probably.
I wouldn't say that, but you could.
All right. So the ghoul is exhausted. I've got one more action still.
Oh,
right?
sorry.
'Cause I think I just
This is
fought
a
and
fruitful
exhausted.
turn.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm just. And then I think I'll maybe just draw a card. Try to
Get some more help for you.
get something else good. Actually, no. Oh yeah.
You don't want to.
Yeah. I'll draw a card. No, actually, I'm gonna take a resource.
Okay.
Okay.
So can we still attack him now?
Yeah, you would just have to take one action to engage it.
Yeah. Right. But just because he's exhausted doesn't
Right.
matter.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if no one engages him right now because he's exhausted, he's going to stay exhausted until the upkeep phase, and then.
He does have hunt.
Oh yeah, so he will engage with someone again next turn and then attack.
Yeah, after the investigation phase, though.
That's true.
The nearest investigator was just any of us.
Right.
So.
So he could potentially.
He does have prey. He preys on the person with the highest fist value, so that's going to be me or Nick.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I mean, you definitely.
One of us we might die.
Yeah.
It might happen. It's not preferable.
I'm,
yeah, I
I'm
know.
not suited to fighting right now, honestly.
Okay.
Even with my knife.
Yeah.
I could draw a card, I guess, to see if I get anything helpful. That's really the only thing I can think of.
Honestly,
right now.
if we draw more Doom tokens, we seriously might
Just
consider running out of the parlor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
That might be the way to go.
That seems reasonable.
Let's
Yeah.
let's see how the Mythos phase goes, though.
So maybe.
But I could still fight.
Yes.
Oh, you have your little.
Yeah, so I have my tricks up my sleeve, so I could engage, try and fight,
Mm-hmm.
and then try and evade.
Yeah. True.
I
The
mean,
only potential danger is because he has that retaliate. When you miss a
Right.
fight, he fights back instantly.
yeah.
That's true.
Honestly, you could even stay engaged and take a few licks. You
Yeah.
are probably in the best.
I'm at 4.
Oh, okay, yes.
Or
Yeah,
I
so-
could start giving Lita some.
Mm. Wow. Right. Yeah.
Well, that's.
Mm.
She's pretty
We just
useful.
met her.
So I'm not very
Yeah,
robust.
exactly. Just
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I could.
But hey, if you think you can, get a
Yeah,
shot.
give it a
off. I
shot.
mean, you've got
What
the
what do I have to beat?
A 4.
A 4.
And you've got the thing
Okay.
to let you attack with your mind. So.
So let's see, gets +1 fist. So I wouldn't actually get any help from Lita.
Right.
So
You'd still get the +1 damage.
I would get +1 from this. I can get +1 from that. So that would give me a 5 against 4.
Okay.
But I'm frozen in fear, so that would take 2 of my actions actually.
Ah, okay.
So I couldn't disengage.
Will he attack this
Right.
turn?
No.
It's just if she fails the attack.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. As of right now, if we don't engage him, he's
Or
not
the
going to attack
disengage.
until next turn.
But he's a hunter, so he would. Oh, he'd move toward. So he'll engage someone, not attack.
So it'll be on the
Yeah.
next turn on
Enemy
the
phase.
enemy phase. Yeah,
He just
he'll
moves.
engage and he will attack next turn.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
But it
But-
will be after our action window.
Right.
Okay.
So I mean, we could kind of spend the rest of this turn collecting ourselves, and then
Yeah. All right.
But I don't
So
know.
then
I don't either.
but the doom counter's always ticking. So
it's at.
you know.
We need. It could get 10. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I think I'm not going to engage because I'm squishy, and
Sure.
I don't really
And
think
you're-
I have enough to
yeah.
get there. I can draw cards because that might give me some ability to help, or
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
and then I have to do my at the end of my turn test.
Try to get rid of the frozen in fear. Yeah. Yeah, that seems pretty well.
But revelation,
Oh.
add haunted to your threat area. You
Oh.
get -1 to each of your skills.
Oh jeez.
Or I could use 2 actions to discard. So I'm going to use the remainder of my actions to discard that beast.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like that. You're like, let me do some stuff. Oh, I'm haunted.
Don't you hate it
Let
when
me
that
deal with
happens?
that instead.
Is that one of your weaknesses?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will do
Alright.
some drawing myself to see if I can get anything that makes me a little more combat ready.
Nice.
Not that.
Oh. And
Custodian.
I have to test Frozen in Fear. Sorry. So I'm matching a 3 to
Oh.
a 3. So if anyone around me has some ability to help with my willpower.
Oh, well, I don't have these yet. I do have some willpower. I can give you one.
Okay.
I did not.
So
Yeah,
4 to 1. -2, -1. X is the number, or minus X. X is the number of ghoul enemies in
Yeah.
my area.
So you're
Okay.
Okay, so I'm good.
Nice.
It's -1.
And I draw, or I heal. Oh, I don't have any horror, but I would heal one horror because that's guild test was
Oh,
successful.
nice.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
So I took 2 of my actions. I'll just draw a 3rd card and see if I get anything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yep, that's there.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
So that's everyone?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Enemy phase basically doesn't happen because he's exhausted, right?
He just engages. No, he needs to engage and then he has to attack.
Well, that's if he's unexhausted. So he doesn't unexhaust until the upkeep phase.
Right.
So all he's going to do this round is unexhaust.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and then so we'll reset our actions.
Yeah.
Well, what does it mean when a hunter moves toward the nearest investigator?
Well, that happens, but only if they're unexhausted.
Oh.
So
okay.
it's later in
Got
the
it.
turn that he unexhausts, so it's the next enemy phase that
Okay.
he'll actually do that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, normally he would. Right. He would.
Okay.
move.
And then we each draw a card and gain a resource.
He is exhausted.
Draw a card.
Revelation, Hypochondria.
Oh.
Force after you take 1 or more damage, take 1 direct horror for 2 actions. I can discard. Okay, cool. Damn it.
Oh.
So I take 1 damage and 1 horror.
That's brutal.
And
Sean's
then I
getting beat
need
up.
2
Oh, wait.
actions to get rid of it.
Well, no, I think it's after you take a damage,
Oh,
you
okay.
also would take a horror. So it's like
Gotcha.
anytime
All right.
you
I
take a
misunderstood that.
damage,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, you're correct.
But yeah, so that's it. It's not great. to have.
Yikes. Okay.
So physical damage is also going to do you.
Ready for some
The
mythos?
mental damage. Okay, so we add 1 because we had the ghoul in the hallway, right? 1 doom.
Yep.
Got that
And then
priest.
just 1 for the normal round.
Mhm.
So we're up to 8 of our 10.
Oh my god. Yeah, we might just dip. That feels
Icy
really
Ghoul spawns in the cellar.
Okay. Well, I'm glad he's in the cellar. Rotting remains.
Jesus
Goodness.
Christ.
You and me both.
Oh,
So many dead bodies. Where do they come from?
yeah. Alright.
I'm at 3, right, for that.
Yeah. Your mind is at a 5.
I'm at 5. Oh, okay, great. Well, go ahead and do yours. I'll figure out what I'm doing.
I'm just at a 3. Okay. I can discard 1. To bump it up to 4 against 3. That doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence,
I can help you.
but
If
can you help?
Yeah, I'm definitely.
All right. Yeah, that would help.
These cards in my hand got to do something, you know. Yeah, I'll bump you 1
Okay, cool.
with some holy rosary.
Oh,
All
nice.
right.
Absolutely.
So now I'm at a 5 against the 3. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
no.
So I take 1 horror because I failed by 1.
Okay.
But I'm glad you helped because otherwise I would have failed by 2 and been at my horror limit.
Oh, you got.
Well, no, I guess I wouldn't have still, but I would have been closer.
Okay.
So either way, thank you.
3-piece for you.
Oh, that should
Oh,
go.
that goes there.
And yeah, I'll boost my own check by 1.
Okay.
So I'm going 6 against 3. So
Okay. That
let's see
seems
what happens. Although I'm fairly sane.
pretty
so
safe. Yeah. Yeah, you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, you're in good shape.
Just dealing with a lot of rats, you know.
Just been stabbing rats.
Just another day at the restaurant for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that does.
Oh.
Oh, so -2. If there is a ghoul enemy at your location, take 1 damage.
Well, I'll take a damage, but I will pass.
Okay.
So, thank
At
you.
least that's good.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. All right, Christine, what you got?
Alrighty, Ancient Evils. It's an omen. Revelation. Place 1 doom on the current agenda. If this effect can cause the current agenda to advance. Dark forces stir against you. If you do not act quickly, a sinister plot will be fulfilled.
Might I beckon the party before we take actions?
Oh, boy.
We have to leave.
We gotta get out.
Otherwise, we automatically
Yeah.
lose.
All
Yeah,
right.
So
Run.
while fighting the ghoul priest is fun at all,
Yeah.
Yep, I think we've
There
got
we
to
go.
take
Time for us
evasive
to-
actions here.
Sparky will have died in vain, but I think it's all right.
yes.
But
So
we
what do we
will
have to-
live.
It's better than all of
Sparky
us.
would have been so upset if we died.
We just
Yeah.
have to move to the
You're so
parlor
right.
and use an action to resign.
All right.
There's
So-
no test involved in it. Like it's literally just action.
Okay.
And no one's
Parlor.
engaged with the ghoul.
Yeah, nobody's
Right.
engaged right now. So
I
that's,
think all the
so-
signs are there.
So I think we
Let's
can
get
do
outta
it.
here.
and
Are we
get
gonna
outta
mutually agree to do that? We can just all do
Yeah.
it simultaneously because I don't
Yeah.
think there's any
Yeah.
point. I think
Right.
I think there's something to read in the story thing
Yes,
if we do
there
resign.
is.
Stella,
Yep.
sorry about your house, but
It's
Yeah.
a
Hey, at least
little too much for
we
me.
are escaping with
it.
her,
Really,
which I
yeah,
believe.
with,
Yeah.
Lita, yeah.
Lita
Yeah,
comes
so
with us.
that's a good thing. I think she gives us some guff, but I think this is still better than all of us dying.
Yeah.
Trust me.
there's
So-
other houses.
I
For
don't
when
remember a lot
for
about
when
the
we
ending.
campaign in the future.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a buyer's market. It'll be all right. Find something somewhere to live.
Housing prices are terrible in Arkham right now. Just
I was really hoping to
no.
turn this place into something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay, so yeah, so basically the way the end of the game works is the act or agenda cards would tell you which resolution to read in the little campaign book here.
Okay.
But it also there's 3 different resolutions for this scenario, and a 4th one if no resolution was reached. In other words, each investigator resigned or was defeated. So that's what we've got here.
Yep. We
So-
all gave up.
Yeah, we all resigned. So, you barely managed to escape your house with your lives. The woman from your parlor follows you out the front door, slamming it behind her. You fools, see what you've done here? She pushes a chair in front of the door, lodging it beneath the doorknob. We must get out of here. Come with me, and I will tell you what I know. We are the only ones who can stop the threat that lurks beneath from being unleashed throughout the city. You are in no state to argue. Nodding, you follow the woman as she runs from your front porch out into the rainy street towards Rivertown. So, then it gives us some prompts for what we do to prepare for the next scenario in the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So, in our campaign log, which in this instance is on the back of the booklet here.
There's a printable one on Fantasy Flight Games website as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
We would record that our house is still standing, so that's good. Take note of that. We did not destroy the house. Then we would also record that the ghoul priest is still alive, so he may come back to haunt us in future scenarios. The lead investigator earns the Lita Chandler card and may include it in his or her deck. So that's kind of cool. That's like the start of the deck building stuff. So I was the lead investigator, so I would get to add Lita Chandler to my deck. And then each investigator earns experience equal to the victory value of each card in the victory display. Remember to add each eligible location to the victory display. Each investigator earns 2 bonus experience if he or she gains insight into the hidden world. As he or she gains insight into the hidden world of the mythos.
Yeah.
So, in other words, we all get 2 experience, and then we all get experience based on specific cards that we earned, which I don't know if we passed
I don't think
any.
we earned any.
Yeah, I think the Ghoul Priest would have been one if we defeated
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
It says Victory 2 there. I don't think any of the other enemies had it.
No, I don't think so.
oh,
Well,
actually,
wait.
the icy.
Oh, that's just the, Okay, that's just the basement, huh?
Yeah, the basement and the attic both had victory 1 on them.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess those would count. Maybe I missed when to move cards to the victory.
Oh.
Victory, exponent, each card in the victory display.
And for making it to the end of the stream with us, we have a winner
A final
of
prize.
the last prize. So, Beckett, you
Yay.
win Harvey Walters.
Harvey
Investigator
Walters.
Deck. Congratulations. That's upside down. Now it's right side up.
What kind of one is he's a?
So, Harvey Walters, the professor. Draw cards rapidly and use your expanded hand size to solve arcane mysteries. So, he is a seeker. So that's like my character, Daisy. So looking for knowledge, professor. So congratulations. Beckett was a big fan of the writing in the real book, and so Beckett's glad we read the resolution.
Nice.
Yeah.
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 And says Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween,
Happy
Beckett.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Woo.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
That was
Yeah.
a good Halloween game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. I want to play more.
Yeah.
Yeah, this little intro scenario or campaign has three, I believe it's 3 scenarios, and that was the first one. So that's what comes in the base box. And there's a recently released new packaging of the base game here. So this is the new version of the base game, which supports up to 4 players out of the box.
Yeah, in the original run, you needed 2 core sets to be able to play 3 or 4
Right.
players. 1 core set was just for 1 to 2 players.
Yeah. So this
Could
is
they
a
expand it,
Yeah.
much better just starting point.
Yeah.
Comes with everything 4 players need. I know they've updated some of the art in the game a little bit, just like made some slight adjustments, but overall everything I've looked at says the items included are basically the same as previous versions.
They very prominently have said, like, if you own 2 copies of the original core set, there's no reason for you to buy the updated one,
Yeah.
unless you
But
want,
it's,
like, the better readability for some reason.
Sure.
So, you know, if
But
you have the
otherwise-
old core sets, you don't need to run out and buy this, but if you are looking to get into the game for the first time, this is not only cheaper, but is also a better buy for you.
Yeah. Just got it all in one box.
I did a mistake that I don't know how to undo.
Oh,
I accidentally blocked Beckett because I have a problem with my fingers. But
how do you block?
it's right under the reply.
Oh.
So if you want to reply to someone, the
terrible.
next action down
Oh.
is block them.
That's a
But they had a question about are the new character packs compatible with the old version? And yes, they are.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Sorry,
I didn't
Beckett,
even
you're
know
not
how-
I
seeing
don't
this.
know how to.
people.
There isn't like an unblock button.
You probably have to find the block list and remove them.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't know
so
where that is.
sorry.
Well, Beckett, it was a good run, but we had to block you.
I mean, they did kind of
Somebody
get on our,
text Beckett.
They got on our case about the dog. I don't know. It's
Oh my. But yeah, as far as like, you know, after picking up this core box of the game, they have the individual investigator packs, which is cool. And then going forward, a new thing that Fantasy Flight's doing for this game is they're going to be releasing 2 different types of sort of big box expansions for the game.
Oh.
And one box will always be new scenario content, so a bunch of new scenarios. I guess I should say one box will be like a new campaign of scenarios to play in. And then along with that, they will release sort of a companion box that will be new investigator cards to go along with that. So you can pick them both up if you want everything, or if you're like, hey, my group is cool with their investigators,
I
they
texted
just
him and told
want
him it was an
more
accident.
scenarios, they get that. Or if you're just like, I want more stuff for my investigators, you pick up the investigator box. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the way they're going to be releasing that stuff going forward. It'll be
the designs of those other
Good.
characters seem really great too.
Yeah.
Very evocative. Very pure.
yeah, they're all
Yeah.
they're all fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up Stella because I wanted to be the mail carrier. I thought that was a fun profession.
Yeah, no, it's great. Very, very inspired. Yeah, I really like this. This was a very easy to pick up as well. Like, I was probably taught the whole game in less than 20 minutes, even.
Yeah, I don't even know. We didn't really. I didn't tell you too much before we started. Really,
No,
with the
not
stream,
really.
so
It was kind of
pretty
just
much
like it's one
all-
of those ones you can just kind of play it and figure it
like,
out.
you know.
I watched their turns and felt pretty sure of what I was doing on mine. So
Yeah.
yeah. No, I had a really good time. Thanks for
Thank you.
inviting me to the stream.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, cool.
Heck yeah.
Well, I guess real quick before we sign off, we
What's
got
up?
a bunch of stuff coming up soon.
Yes.
Soon to
Black
give more
Friday is
details
upon
on.
us.
Yeah.
So have that in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun stuff planned for that we'll talk
Yeah.
about later in the month.
We'll have the whole Black Friday. You can expect stuff Friday, Saturday, Sunday after Thanksgiving, doing stuff.
Yeah.
More,
Thanks for
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that, I'll hop over and sign us off.
Yeah. Don't let me on the computer anymore.
I'll make sure
Christine might
You
block
have to
someone
figure out how
else.
to unblock
everyone
Beckett.
gets blocked.
Yeah, I tried looking through the YouTube settings. I do not know how, but we'll figure it out. Sorry, Beckett. I blame Trigger Finger.
I think it's somewhere on our profile. There's like a block list or something like that. I think.
We'll
but-
figure it
Yeah,
out.
we'll
We'll get
figure
you
it
back,
out.
Beckett.
Yeah.
Sorry,
We'll be back
Beckett.
Someday.
Maybe jumped over to Facebook. I shot him a message.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Song.